Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another episode of the Choking Hazard podcast. I can't remember which episode number it is, but we're on one of them, I don't know. Well, I've got my usual co-hosts, RDT, down there.
Hey.
I said RDT, I pointed at Nos, but I said you. Sugar-free Nos over there.
Howdy.
And Josh over there.
Hello.
He's somewhere.
Somewhere.
And in the booth we have our producer MB Hammer.
Sup?
Sup, there it is. So a lot to talk
I need
about.
to bring the chat up.
Episode 56 it is, supposedly. Thank you, Phil. Just call it episode 69 for more viewers. I mean, yeah, that's an easy way to go about it, I suppose. We have many things to talk about. It's amazing what can happen in the course of a month. So I guess we'll start with the thing that's most pertinent to most of us. GTA 5.
Whoa, that's a new topic that we've never talked about.
GTA 5? Grand Theft Auto 5, the fifth installment online?
Jeez.
Yeah,
what about it?
What is new is that we're getting
Nothing,
it again.
Actually.
Yeah,
I believe we owe you some money.
yeah. We had a bet on, was it the Christmas special episode? I think it was.
Something like that.
And two of us said that we believed that GTA would be re-released again on new gen consoles, and two of us believed not. And we made a little bet on that. It was a 10
whose side was I on?
10
Yeah,
US
was I
dollar
right?
bet.
Yeah, was I right? I don't remember.
I honestly cannot remember. I don't remember last time I was on an episode.
RDT, me and you both owe Bruff and Nos a tenner.
Oh yes, I win.
No,
I
what,
said
it was
what?
10. It was 10
Re-released?
British pounds, wasn't it?
10 British pounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm so glad it didn't go any higher. Jesus.
Nah, that's fake. That's fake
I was
news.
so sure.
I mean, in my announcement video that I made about GTA 5 getting released on new gen platforms, I did include the footage from that proving that we made that bet. So, I think RDT owes Nos 10 British pounds in whatever that is in dollars.
It's like $40.
At least it wasn't as bad as there was a guy that tweeted out like 3 years ago, if Skate 4 gets announced, I'll shove an entire skateboard up my arse. so Skate 4 got announced while we were away.
Yeah,
So-
ouch. I'm curious. £10 is $12.34 supposedly. There you go.
Well, I'll cut you a deal. You can give me 10. You just $10.
Okay, what's your Venmo? I'll send it to you. You can get a lot of corn dogs for that.
You gotta go through Stream Elements, like you're donating to the
I'm not
donating to my stream that I stream too.
It's my money.
Well, technically, by the contract
Technically,
we
I guess it's
entered
yours
into,
now.
it's my money. Yes.
So, I'm curious to know, first of all, because obviously we've spoken so much over the years about GTA on this podcast. I'm curious to know what, Josh, your thoughts are. Because what is your relationship with GTA 5? Like, first, do you hate it? Do you like it? Do you just kind of think meh?
Well, it didn't start off great because I started speedrunning SA, and then like a year into it, GTA 5 gets announced. So then every single day after, it's Josh, have you seen the latest GTA 5 trailer? Josh, are you going to speedrun GTA 5? Josh, can you see any skips in the trailer? And, stuff like that.
Skips in the trailer.
But obviously, I never got the console version. I just waited for the PC version, like I always do for the GTA games.
Mm.
So it comes out, everyone's hyping about it, and then they forget about it. And then like a year or two, or however long it was later, I don't remember. Yeah, the PC version comes out. It barely runs on my computer at the time. And I obviously streamed like a story playthrough of it, but the first time I played through the game, the mission where like you're in a helicopter and you have like a heat-seeking camera or something, and you do nothing, you just sit there and listen to Trevor talk for like 20 minutes. I crashed like 4 times on that mission. I had to do it like 5 times.
You mean you crashed the
No, my game crashed.
Oh, your game crashed. Oh, right.
Okay. Yeah. You don't control the helicopter. You don't do anything in that mission.
Okay.
After that, I didn't like story mode anymore.
It took
Online,
you that long?
So
online was fun though.
So you did play a bit of online.
Yeah.
But you never were interested in speed running the single player at all.
No, I did speedruns of online stuff. Because you could do like mission like heists, right? The heists, the early heists. I don't know. There's new ones now. I don't know which.
Yeah, the original heists.
Yeah. I did speedruns of those and like some missions and stuff because it was like a multiplayer, like co-op GTA. Like I'd never done that before.
Yeah.
All the speedruns were just single player. But I dabbled in that for a bit. I did a bit and then I just left and I haven't played since. And, yeah, I don't care anymore. I stopped caring ages ago.
So you it's been many years since you last played. What are your feelings that GTA 5 is getting released on new gen for the third time? Well, you could say fourth if you count PC, but for a third generation.
I mean, I know a lot of people like to be like, "Oh, Skyrim is bad" and stuff, but I mean, I don't care, whatever. From a developer standpoint, it makes sense. I don't know if you guys have seen or remember the game Rockstar Table Tennis.
Yeah,
you heard of that?
Yeah, I never played it.
Love that game.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
But it was made so they could learn how Rage Engine works on the next gen at the time consoles, right? They just like put some crap out just to test it. But then when the next gen consoles came out, they had GTA 5, so they learned how the consoles work by porting that, and they're just doing it again for the next ones, I guess.
Yeah, they're using it as a test bed a second time for whatever they create on the next gen
system imaginable.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most revenue generating media thing ever. So I mean, whatever, I guess, like expected.
That was one of my toilet thoughts actually earlier this week. It was like, I wonder if they brought advanced handling flags over so that it's something to do with new gen. That's what I thought. Maybe.
I find it so intriguing for so many different reasons. Like, they're obviously they've been using GTA 5, GTA Online as a test bed for so much that they do for so long now. But it's also a test bed that makes them so much money. It's like, it's incredible. Like that's why I was surprised that Andy T and Hammer, you guys thought that it wouldn't be released. It's like it was a no-brainer that they were going to just make that bank. I thought, at least.
I mean, when is the PS5 coming out? Supposedly
end of this year, but the GTA 5 version of it is 2021, like late 2021.
Bruh. That's what, 8 years after the initial release.
Yeah, the game will. I don't think it's going to be 10 years between GTA releases if there ever is a GTA 6.
I mean, my God, this game is so old and so boring. Make a new one.
And so broken.
It was the online was terrible. I remember.
Now that they're breaking out GTA Online as its own separate thing, they kind of don't need to make a GTA 6.
Yeah, that's not
makes them that much money.
I really do wonder how they handle the transition to GTA 6.
That's
so they call it GTA Online 2.
That's it. I'm exactly the same. It's like how
they shove the map in there, like
what? Yeah, because there's so much. Bless you.
Sorry.
My God.
Sorry.
There's so much broken and like ruined with GTA Online at this point and it's so big and so much in there that's like it's a lot of bulk that nobody ever uses or plays because it's all just most of it's garbage. I can't see how they could possibly keep that going for the next GTA and just continue online on a new map or something like that. There's no way. It has to be a new online experience, especially with 10 years worth of graphical and all the other developments that happen in games.
Well, it reminds me.
Sorry, I said I think that you might be able to port your character over, but none of their assets. It's like, remember all that money you put into your GTA character, all those shark cards that you spent, all those hours.
Oh, it's one of those
grinding.
like fresh starts, like where you get kidnapped and you're just thrown into Vice City and you have nothing you gotta work your way through bother.
I think it'd be like that.
Yeah. Spend years in prison for all the heists you've done.
Or you'll maybe get to take a limited portion, like a garage of cars and like a portion of your money, but you won't be able to take the whole kit and caboodle over.
I don't know.
But then, like, all the cars would have to come over. It'd have to be all the same cars again, and like we don't know what they're gonna do with GTA 6. It could be any time frame or like
if it's set in the past, how does that work? Right? Like
that's what I mean. I wonder if they even know at this point. Like they're releasing GTA 5 again. It's like, do they know what they're gonna do next?
They've known for years. Like they have bits of their team that are dedicated to pre-production, like finding ideas and making new stuff and whatnot. They're not working on GTA 5 on the next console, so they know next what's happening.
Yeah, but do they know, or are they still in that phase of thinking of ideas and nailing it down before they've actually worked on anything?
They're done with Red Dead 2. They've got to be doing something.
That's true.
They're going to have all these people, like hundreds of thousands of employees or whatever, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds or thousands of employees doing nothing.
Table tennis too. Let's see. That'll be the next one.
Absolutely.
It reminds me a lot of the MMO problem of like World of Warcraft. There can't be a WoW 2 because if they ever make a WoW 2, it'll have so little content compared to WoW that no one will ever play it.
Yeah.
So they can't go GT Online 2. It's got nothing in it.
That's it. And anything that they would do with GT Online 2 would, by definition, feel empty because there's so much bloat in GT Online. But for me, I would feel disappointed if any of GTA Online was transferred or related to the next iteration. Like I would want completely fresh. Because I'm sick of it now.
I think there would be a lot of outcry if that were the case because of the amount of money that people have spent on their characters.
Well, GTA 5 is still there, so
it is. But
you spent your money on GTA 5. Go play GTA 5.
I mean, maybe they'll make GTA Online 2 and run them simultaneously, side by side.
They must just do GT Online 2. That's the only way I can think of it. But the Red Dead Online, they didn't be like, oh, you spent money here, we'll move it over here. Like I know it's a different franchise, but I reckon they just say GT Online 2. Here you go. You start again. Lol.
Probably. And they'll learn all of their lessons from the previous GT Online and have prices high from the very start.
Yeah. Imagine loading GT Online and not getting killed by an oppressor. Like that's gonna feel so weird.
Yeah,
exactly. If they do decide to go with a different time frame for it, like if it was in the 70s or 80s or whatever, they can't go as crazy with GTA Online.
No, they will.
What time period it is in whenever we do not have flying motorcycles? That's the time period I'm looking
right
for.
now.
Yeah.
Right now we do. Yeah.
Well, obviously we do. They're in the game, and the game is very realistic.
There's a jetpack in San Andreas, and that was set in the 90s. I don't care. They'll do anything, whatever.
Well,
there'll be like a DeLorean or something, right? In the 80s or whatever, right? Who cares?
Oh yeah, they had the Deluxo in Vice City, didn't they? Yeah.
It's a Deluxo, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but they'll make like a time-traveling flying one, won't they? Is what I mean.
That's how you get back to GT Online 1. Use the DeLorean.
That's it. But that's what I mean. Like
God.
That like transition of say they come out with GTA 6 and it doesn't, whatever it might be. People are thinking that people are wanting to be able to have some connection with GTA 5, transfer some stuff. There's going to be outcry if you can't. But how do you imagine Red Dead Online? Imagine. What you would have to take everything that is in Red Dead 1 and port it up to the new graphics and new capabilities of Red Dead 2, assuming how are they going to take all of what we currently have in GTA Online now and
I'm not saying they will. I'm saying they will take it off you and there will be outcry.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they do. I don't want them to take it off you. I think they'll keep running it, but I hope they do start fresh. I really do.
Yeah, it'll be some piecemeal offering like they did with if you played on the original consoles and you get the new one, you get like the dodo and something else, right?
It'll
be something like that.
For how many years you played GTA Online, you get X amount of money or vehicles or something to kickstart you.
It's just a bicycle with a fire hydrant belted to the back of it.
Yeah, maybe they'll be really generous and give you a yacht.
It'll be some piecemeal throwaway thing they give you for it.
I mean, it'll be. Do we have any expectations or thoughts on what is actually going to happen with the next gen versions of GTA Online or GTA 5? Are we going to see 60 players in a lobby instead of 30? Are we going to see cross-platform tracks or cross-platform play or anything improvement?
On another map.
No. They take the PC version, turn the sliders up, put it over there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think as well.
Yeah, they're not doing it.
I don't think there's going to be anything special. I mean, I'm hopeful, but I'm realistic. Knowing GTA's history and Rockstar's history.
Well, my thoughts are I don't care. I
also agree with that.
Yeah. Not getting it. Don't care.
I mean, I want to know what your opinion on was, Bruffy, because obviously your content is like 90% GTA Online, and that Rockstar have just announced we're going to support it even more. Do you look at your calendar and go 2 more years, 2 more years? Or do you like?
I'm not. Think? I wasn't feeling like that when I'm in a GTA break at the minute, so I definitely wasn't feeling like that a couple of weeks ago. It's going well. I've done 2 streams now where I've just started the stream, not really knowing what I want to play and just winging it and going with it, and it's been kind of nice. Not having to plan everything out or think about videos and GTA at all times and racing. But like for me, I guess of all the games that I could have picked to build a channel on and have most of my content for, I picked a good one.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's a very high IQ choice.
Yeah, of all the games and the support that they've either had and then tailed off or whatever, you got to give Rockstar credit in so that they've kept it alive for so long and supported it for so long, as much as we want something new. I mean, I'm kind of conflicted because yes, it is more content. One of the worst things may be that if it's 60 FPS on the new systems, car testing then gets in a weird.
Test everything again.
Just put it out there. I'm not doing that. No chance.
Oh, that's content.
Absolutely no chance. I wouldn't be able to take it. Maybe I'll do the supercars again or something.
No, here's what you do. Okay, you take all the old testing footage. You just doctor the footage so it looks like 60 FPS. Change the times a little bit. Beep boop bop. And there you go. You're done. More views, more money. Come on, you got to think about the money.
Yeah, but my mental health, I don't think my mental health can handle it.
It's barely any work. You just, speed up the video a little bit.
Yes, speed the video up a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind testing cars for the first time. I actually quite enjoy the first time I test a car. I hate retesting something, and I've done it multiple times now. I've retested these cars. I mean, there's some cars that I tested on old gen, then I will have tested on PS3, PS4, and Xbox One, and then I will then have to test again. Not to mention all the various downforce changes, advanced handling flag changes, all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. I will start with supercars probably, and then just see how it goes. But I'm not promising that I'll do.
Did you just say you weren't going to test it?
What he was going to do.
I'm not promising that I'll test every single car again. And I don't know how much I'll be able to take, but I'm sure I can at least do supercars. I mean, that's the one that everybody cares about.
Absolutely.
That's the worst thing is though that it's going to make such a small amount of difference. The list is going to be the same pretty much, apart from 1 or 2 anomalies.
The YouTube revenue tab doesn't care.
Yeah, they don't care. Exactly. Yeah. 2022 testing videos, 60 FPS, new gen.
Yeah, I forgot the FPS affects it. Like, oh my god!
I know it's such a pain in the ass.
So stupid.
But yeah, like in a way that I am happy that they're gonna continue supporting it, and it's gonna be more DLCs, more content. They've already said that there's gonna be content updates for PS4 and PS5 and Xbox Series X only. I'm sure PC will be involved in that as well.
They better be.
So that is new stuff. It's just I'd rather be doing new stuff on a new game at this point.
Oh man, I wonder if they use it as an excuse to abandon PC, so the whole 5M thing stops taking all their revenue.
I mean, 5M still.
That's some conspiracy level stuff.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how 5M is taking their revenue.
I don't think there's any way that 5M could kill. They could kill 5M at this point.
But there is some suit in Rockstar that's looking at all the Twitch streams of not default GTA Online.
Yeah,
going, fuck those guys, sorry. Like,
yeah. I was thinking that they're making this standalone version of GTA Online for the new consoles. It's maybe they'll make that standalone version for PC as well, and have it be separate from the one that
Oh, they have their own launcher now, don't they? Yes, it'll be on their launcher. Yeah, you're right.
And you can transfer. If character transfers are going to be available, they didn't do character transfers for Red Dead Online to PC, so we don't know whether. I would assume they're going to do character transfers from PS4 to PS5 or whatever.
I'm so salty about that. I would probably still be playing Red Dead Online if I could have transferred my character from PS4.
Yeah, it was a bad decision. But what I mean is, like, maybe you can transfer your character from the baked-in GTA Online with PC version of GTA 5 to the standalone version, and then maybe they've got something in place to stop modders or whatever.
Sync all these characters across the platforms and stop segregating them. That would be nice.
Yeah, cross-platform play, cross-platform characters, cross-platform tracks.
Yeah.
But we've been wanting that since 360 and PS3 days, so that's not gonna happen.
How is it a lot of work? Just pull from the same character save data. Like it's
and also the tracks. Oh, I didn't silence the notifications. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, the tracks are actually not a lot of work. There are. It has been done by some people in the community. A way to put a little tag on a track and it immediately becomes available on all platforms.
I'm not saying that you should be able to play cross-platform on GTA. I'm saying your characters should be cross-platform.
Yeah, at least character and tracks, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Isn't there? I don't know enough about GTA Online anymore, but isn't the old gen versions? Didn't they stop updating that at some point?
Yeah.
There's got to be some. I mean, if they'd done it right then, maybe, but I don't know if they can do it now. One's just different.
I mean, now it would have to be, the new gen versions and PC only, I imagine. But I don't know. It's all speculation. Who knows? It could be a big disappointment, but it's coming again, and myself and Nos are £10 richer.
Cool.
Sorry.
Excellent.
So next on the list to talk about is something to do with you, Sugar-Free Nos.
Smooth transition. Ooh, smooth.
Yeah, it wasn't my best. No. You have. There's two things.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about them?
Okay. Well, it says here on the document to talk about my COVID scare. Yeah, I had to go get tested for COVID. The little girl I work with got it. So that's pretty cool. I came back negative. No, I have the papers that say I don't.
You gotta stay away from those 5G towers, now.
I know, dude. I know. I think some of my delivery routes are going past them. I need to try to work around them. So yeah.
What was the test? Like they shoved like a cotton thing down your throat or something, right?
Yeah, it was a throat. I had to do a throat swab. I was really nervous because I thought they were gonna do the whole nasal poke your brain swab, and I was feeling real bad about it. And then the nurse was like, "Oh no, it's just a throat swab, like for strep or something." I was like, "Okay, I can take that." So it wasn't that bad.
I would throw up. Honestly, I'm so bad. My gag reflex is terrible. I go to the dentist and they're like, "All right, just breathe through your nose." I'm like, "Please stop."
Yeah, I'm not very good with that either.
But so I had to get tested. Everybody in the store came back negative except that one girl and her best friend that also works at the store that like rides in the same car with her and stuff like that. So they're off like for 2.5 weeks. Can't come back to the store. Sanitize the store. Store very safe. and I'm very safe. It's
But
fine.
then where did they? I mean, was there any like tracking done of where they got it from? I'm guessing it was from outside of the store or anything like that, or
Tracking.
there's no.
You're giving the system.
Contact tracing.
You're giving their system too much credit.
This is Alabama. Okay.
Okay. You deal with your
We
own
opened
store
back
and
up.
your own
Our
people.
whole state
and,
is back open. Okay, so don't tell me about tracking.
How
They gave up.
how long was the store closed for?
No time at all, imagine.
No, the door wasn't closed.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing these tests were immediate. Then you got the results back straight away.
No.
Wow.
No, of course not. I mean, what do you think this is?
Wow.
Didn't you hear what the president said? You just close your eyes. You don't test. There's no COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't have it if you don't know if you have it.
Yeah, no, we didn't close. We didn't close the store.
They lose money, dude. They can't.
Yeah,
do it.
exactly. Exactly. That's $6,000 a day. We can't lose that money.
Oh God. Okay. Well, there you go. And that's why it's become such an issue.
I mean, it's not an issue. I don't have COVID, so that's not an issue to me.
Oh, man.
But in lighter news, well, I suppose that was pretty happy news because you didn't have it.
Yeah, I'm not sick with the plague. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I like that. I like not having the plague. It's
Yeah.
really relieving.
I'm a fan of that.
Were you a little bit nervous about it? But like when you were waiting for the results, were you like?
No, I was hoping I'd come back positive, honestly, so I get 2 weeks paid off.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
to celebrate the fact that you didn't have COVID, you decided
I mean,
to
I
make a
would have been
purchase.
fine either way, so I don't. It's not really, it
Okay.
wouldn't have killed me.
So what we're saying is, though, to either celebrate that you didn't have it, or to cheer yourself up if you did have it. What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
Oh, okay, yeah. I bought another vehicle. Yeah, okay. I see what you're trying to do.
That's where we were trying to go.
Yeah.
We got there in the end.
Yeah. I bought another vehicle. I bought a truck. Everyone. I bought
A
a truck.
dually. A
Yes.
friggin' F-350 dually.
Can you show them the photo of the truck? Show them my truck.
I will show them the photo. Of
Show
the
them
truck.
my truck.
I
Is a 1994 Ford F-350. It's a single cab. It's a dually. It's a four speed plus overdrive manual. All right. What else is it?
94.
Yes, and it has the
That's when this guy
7.3
was
liter.
made.
Yes, it has 7.3 liter non-turbo international motor. So, amen.
I am shocked.
And it makes about 200 horsepower and 300 and something pound-feet of torque.
What's the gallons per mile or whatever?
Yeah, what's the MPH there?
Yeah,
Or not the
MPH
MPH, the MPG.
is probably probably like 10, something like that.
10 highway.
I don't know. Let's Google it.
So these
It's
were
actually not that bad.
I think this is an image. I've gone back off the screen. This is an image that we saw previously on a previous podcast when we were talking about Nos's car collection. And back then, when there was 3 cars, we were kind of thinking that's a bit much.
Well, technically,
Oh, no,
that
yeah.
photo that you're showing there, the Cavalier is off.
yeah, that was when you had 4,
Mm.
and that was
Yes.
too much. But now you've got 5. I mean, do you feel
Yes.
like you need 5 vehicles?
Yes.
Why?
Well, they all serve different purposes.
Oh my god. Not
They
this
all
again.
serve different purposes. Okay.
Okay, what do the 2 Miatas serve?
Okay, so the red one it's got an open diff, right? It's got an open diff. It's extremely slow. That's for cruising. That goes to church on Sunday and Wednesday. You put
Picking
the
up the
top
ladies.
down. Yes, exactly. You just put the
Okay.
top down. You cruise around, right? Okay.
Mhm.
The NB Miata it's got a little more horsepower. It's got 140 horsepower. And it's got a limited slip differential, so you can spin the tires. That's the one that I drive like a moron. Okay. Like I just slide around. I take it on deliveries, and just everywhere I go. All right. The Cavalier is the beater. That's the car I take when it's like, when I'm doing long shifts or something like that, or I got to go up a rough driveway and drag my exhaust halfway up it. That's the one I take for that. The Accord is that's my responsible adult gentleman car with my little 6-speed in there. Okay, it's responsible, it's reliable, it's nice, it's respectable, it's real incognito, it's not flashy. Okay, and then my truck is for when I want to pull down establishments and Confederate statues. I just hook chains to it, put that thing in granny low, and just take it down. So there you go. That's the purposes of all my vehicles.
It's funny that in the chat, people said something that you said in the pre-show. There are 7 days in the week, so just 2 more vehicles to go.
Yeah, 2 more, man. Well, I have my 2 goals for vehicles to buy were a truck, and I want something fast. I don't know what that entails. So I have a truck now. So at some point,
how fast is fast?
Yeah, what's
fast? Like, I don't know, like I'd say probably under 5 seconds, 0 to 60 time, something like that.
Okay.
Like, I'm not looking for like 3 seconds. Like, I'm not looking for some kind of supercar or a drag car, but like, 5 seconds, somewhere in there.
I don't want you to get that.
Yes.
Are you fearing for him?
Yeah, I don't want to be down to 3 hosts. Only 2 of them are reliable, and 2 of them are across the Atlantic Ocean. We need an even balance.
I don't know, Nos. I feel like you've got a little bit of an addiction.
I don't have a problem. I don't have an addiction.
I remember when you used to talk about having a dream of owning a Miata or whatever.
Yes.
And you were talking about having this dream, and then you finally did it. And that was it. We were all super happy for you did it.
Yes.
And now look at it.
Why can't you just be happy for me now? Why do you have...
I remember saying that you need like unobtainable dreams, right? Because otherwise you've got nothing to do. So you had that dream, and now you've just kept going.
Instead of making it unobtainable,
I achieve my goals. Yeah. That's what I do. Why would I have goals I can't achieve? That's pointless. That's pointless. It's like, yes, I want a McLaren. No, I'm never gonna have a McLaren. I can't make enough money to buy a McLaren. Okay. You know what I can buy? I could buy a Fox Body Mustang for $10,000 that's a drag ready. I could do that if I wanted. That's an attainable goal.
You gotta shoot for the moon, Nas. Because even if you miss,
no, I don't want to go to
the moon.
There's no air there. No, that's garbage. That just means you miss. That you miss and you fail, and you're stuck out there in the universe in a heliocentric orbit forever until you die of starvation. That's what happens if you miss.
You'd rather shoot for the dirt.
Isn't that what we're all doing, though, brother?
No. You decide a target and you shoot for the target, and missing is unacceptable. You make the target really big so you hit it. Okay, it's
very close target.
It's kind of point blank range. You ban 3 calories. Fox Body Mustangs are great.
No, I actually hate Fox Body Mustangs.
What's a Fox Body Mustang?
I agree with him.
I agree. RDT. You can't. Really
okay, fine. Then I'll just get an SN95 Mustang since those are so much better.
Fox Body Mustang. That doesn't look like a Mustang.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the Mustang Mach-E is more of a Mustang than the Fox Body.
I do not agree. I do not agree with that.
No, I mean they're neither of them are Mustangs, really, are they?
You don't know a Fox? I don't know cars. How many times have I had to tell you? I like racing. I don't know cars.
You think he bases his entire channel on cars and video games? He doesn't know either.
That's true.
He play video games. He doesn't know cars.
I do like this take here that Nos is just getting 1 car for every class so you can have proper races in GTA Online. I like that take.
What someone said in the chat was that you could sell all of those cars and get one that's like significantly better. Why would you not do that? Like pool all of your money together and get one great
because
car.
Then when your 1 car breaks down, you're disabled. Like you can't do anything. Like I have 5 cars.
You got
that
4
all serve
backups.
Different purposes. Because I risk car,
it wouldn't break down.
No, like because see, if I were to sell all of my cars theoretically and get 1 car Like, for one, there's not one car that would do everything that I want, right? I can't have a car that has such a high driving experience and is so much nicer, but I also care so little about it that I'm willing to drive it silly, like the MB Miata, for instance, right? Like, that's the point. Like, the Accord, I do not drive the Accord like I do the MB Miata. I dump the clutch in the Miata almost every time. Every time. You just, every time.
I think this is right, but you own 70% of the cars that the hosts of this podcast own.
Yes. I think that's math.
I mean, myself and RDT have one. And I'm sure Josh and Hammer, you two don't have cars, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you have 5.
Yes.
Do you not see a problem somewhere?
Okay.
No.
I just got it. We all go to Nos's place, and we all drive a car. We can have a little road trip.
You got 5 of them.
Oh, if we can get the fun, let's call Auto Tempest right now. Let's call Auto Tempest to get sponsored for a road trip. We'll all do a road trip. Each one of us can drive one of my vehicles.
Yeah, okay. So
but we all have to drive. We all have to drive a different car on different like 5 legs of this road trip, and we all have to swap cars. So everyone gets to go in one of the cars.
Just make our own Top Gear episode.
Yeah.
We could make our own Top Gear episode. Yes.
That would actually be really cool.
You're forgetting about one thing, that nobody's getting out of the United States for the next 20 years.
Nobody's in or out for a while. That's true. Nos will have 20 cars by the time we're allowed to get in there.
It's like, oh no, you can get in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You just can't get
on
back
certain
out.
visas, not all of them. Obviously.
You can all live with me. Just come over here.
You
and
can't
live with
ever
me.
get out. Sorry.
I don't think I would suit well in Alabama.
I don't know why. It's great here. We're very accepting.
Do you have
Very
many
loving
English
and
people
accepting.
there? Or Scottish
now?
people? Or like anyone from any other state?
No, but you're all white, so you should be fine.
No.
I mean, just being real
Should
with
be.
you. Like,
Yeah.
that's
A lot
just how
of-
it is down here. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I don't like
be.
it.
Smooth
It should be a
transition.
lot of. It should be a lot of Scottish people. There's is this the term hillbilly? Is that not derived from immigrants from Scotland going to live in the hills?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Pretty sure it's derived from.
I mean,
from
I think I have
Scottish
Scottish.
immigrants.
I think I have Scottish heritage, so you know.
I would
don't know what that
imagine so with your surname.
Yes.
All right, so I was hoping that we could also get an RDT update of the whole situation with you in New York and how that's going with work and stuff.
You live in New York. I forgot. Oh my god.
Not technically. I don't technically live in New York.
Oh, okay.
I live across the Hudson River. And, I travel into New York to work. I haven't been there in months because I've been working from home since the middle of March. Basically on the weekends, I come down to the Jersey Shore where I grew up. I went golfing this morning, which was nice. I didn't have to wear a mask except when I started. And it's kind of funny because they said that you can't ride with someone in the cart unless you either live with them or you're related to them. So I just pretended to be my friend's brother, and they were like, "Yeah, totally. No one cares. No one's checking. No one worried. No one's worried about it." And that's why things are getting worse instead of better.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I do not live in Newark. I live in Bayonne, New Jersey, which is where George R.R. Martin's actually from. Interesting enough.
Okay.
But all the places around here are still, you got to wear your mask to come in. New Jersey just opened outdoor dining, and I believe they're going to open up indoor dining to 25% capacity. We're doing all right compared to the other states, like Florida. That was just like, go crazy, do whatever you want, go hug strangers. So like it's
That's what it's about.
Yeah. I think New York and New Jersey have done a good job so far. We'll see how opening back up goes, but I don't imagine it's going to go well. And when the second wave comes around, I'm not going to be able to go to Wyoming next winter to go snowboarding. But,
Yeah.
it's good. I think we might go back to work at some point, but that's
They
that's
haven't
about it.
necessarily said anything yet, though, about you going back to work anytime soon.
They keep pushing it. They keep saying like, originally it was like, all right, April 30th, and they're like, the end of May. Okay, June maybe. And now it's like September. Maybe we'll go back. I doubt it, but.
It's so interesting that your company thinks that, because my company thinks the exact opposite. They've been like, oh, working at home's actually really good. We don't really need offices, do we? I think Twitter are doing exactly the same. I think they're shutting all but like 2 of their offices worldwide.
Wow.
And they're just like, yeah.
Why are we
everybody
paying
work
this
from home.
rent?
Yeah, that's it. The money that you save through not having offices.
It's like, wow, the business doesn't go to shit when everybody's not all together.
Yeah.
Shocked. Colorly shocked.
I mean, I bet my company could save a lot not renting all those floors in the World Trade Center.
Well, yeah, bloody hell.
No, but then, see, the only reason I would have your job is so I could work there. Like, that's the whole point.
The
Like,
appeal wears off very quickly.
Then maybe
How
you're not
how
as
long does it
materialistic
take?
as I am. I would put on my little suit and I would walk into the World Trade Center with a smile every day.
I
all
want to
the
know
time.
how long it took before the appeal wore off.
The week 2 probably. It's like,
Wow,
you know,
okay.
it's just your commute at that point.
Yeah,
you know,
okay. It's just your place of
office
work.
building.
The
Alright.
commute is the worst part of
Yeah.
working in an office, really. Although, to be honest, the reason that I've not worked in an office for the past 8 years or whatever is just because I find it so distracting. There's always distractions happening in offices, whereas if I'm at home, nobody can distract me from just getting on with my work. So
See, I
true.
feel the
Yeah.
complete opposite. Like, I mean, not that my job, like, I feel like I could not stay on task at home. Like, I mean, I can't stay on task with the things I do at home. Like, it's just impossible. Like, I have to, like, there has to be a separation of work and enjoying life. You know what I
I
mean?
can do both at the same time because I've been doing this for the past 7 years. It's great.
Okay, well, I can't. So I have to go to a different location to work.
I would say I prefer going to the office. I just think it's, like you said, it's a separation of, you know, work and your personal life. But I mean, it's kind of nice not having to get up, you know, for an extra hour and just roll out of bed and just log on and whatnot. But I definitely prefer my setup at work with the 2 monitors. And if I had that and a nice desk or something, maybe it would work out better.
If you
but
had a room in your house, say, that was your like office, that you went in to work and then you came out to, you know, that was your personal home outside of that office, would that be better?
I've told you guys about my setup, haven't I?
it's tough in a studio apartment to do that.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but I mean, like, as a
Go to the
general
bathroom.
thing, when it comes to, like, I actually much prefer being away from an office, or I wouldn't be able to concentrate in an office environment.
I hate it.
Go on, what were you gonna say, Hammer?
Yeah, my setup is designed specifically so I can do everything all in the one place. I've got a massive desk that has my work PC on the left-hand side, the gaming PC on the right-hand side, and 2 monitors in between. The work PC is connected to 1 monitor. The gaming PC is connected to both monitors. So when I switch my work PC on in the morning, it takes over 1 monitor. I can switch my gaming PC and it only takes over 1 monitor. When the work PC goes off, the gaming PC takes over both monitors, and I can switch I can move the 1 mouse and keyboard is connected to both PCs, and I can just switch between the 2.
That
great.
sounds helpful.
It's great. Great. Love it.
And let's talk a little bit about platforms and streaming platforms, and we'll get into, you know, the one that now is not a streaming platform in a little while. But let's start with Twitch.
I don't know. Let's start with Facebook gaming.
So, I mean, I wrote this down, but it seems like this was so long ago now because so much has happened since. But Twitch had DMCA issues, and streamers were getting, like, struck for DMCA takedowns on their clips, not their VODs, not their, you know, full live stream highlights, but clips, which are, for those who don't frequent Twitch, like 30-second little videos that anybody can just, you know, clip a certain section of a stream that there's just something amazing happened. They clip it, and then it becomes a little video on its own.
Viewers do that.
Viewers do that. Yeah,
Well,
anybody in the chat can do that. So those started to get DMCA takedowns from music companies who, under normal circumstances, it's very similar to YouTube. They actually mute it on Twitch, where if there's a piece of music that the company doesn't want there, they will mute that section of your stream completely. Whereas with clips, they don't do that. So clips started getting taken down by these music companies through DMCA takedowns, and then Twitch upheld their terms of service, where if you get 3 strikes, your channel is banned. But the problem was, people were getting takedowns for so many clips because viewers can just create them willy-nilly, and people have hundreds of thousands of clips that they couldn't possibly go through and know whether there's music playing in one of them or not. So people were just getting insta-banned. So that was the latest issue with Twitch at the time. Did you get affected by that, Josh?
No, because I haven't listened to copyrighted music in like 4 years because
of this.
Because of all of it. Like originally I have so many old, really long videos that like one music company finds like 10 seconds of their music in, the whole video's destroyed, right? And like, playing, what it's like playing GTA, the radios are like super copyrighted but super good.
Yeah, I've had the radio off in GTA Online for 6 years now, just because of YouTube videos, but I mean, I would be sick of it by now.
Yeah, well, a lot of my old videos didn't have that. So even today, I keep getting emails like, oh, copyright claim in your video, and it's like some really old run of mine that I want to be able to watch because, it's like interesting in history, speedrun history and stuff. But it's like a constant struggle. I can't imagine if I'd kept listening to it. But I just saw, like, everyone was like, oh, use virtual audio cables so you can just listen to this music on stream and take it out for the video or whatever, all these other things. But I just looked at the way it goes, like, it only ever gets worse for consumer, better for music industry, right? It never gets the other way.
No.
So it's like, I always advocate for don't dodge the current rules. Don't do people were talking about uploading their clips to Streamable because they don't have DMCA and stuff.
I know exactly.
It's like they will at some point. Like, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like, just stop listening to music ever. Just stop.
No more music.
Yeah. So no, I was completely unaffected because clips weren't a thing when I stopped listening to music. So.
Yeah, I never had any issues, but I mean, I've been. I don't listen to music regularly, but there are some times where I will play some music if I'm doing something that's fairly mundane or whatever, or garage sorting in GTA. I'll just put some random music on, or I do rock band streams every now and then. But I mean, I've still never had any issues even with that. And I did a rock band stream just this week, and that was fine. So there was a lot of initial sort of people getting scared and loads of people deleting all their clips in a panic. And I was just thinking, this is not like, okay, yes, it's a change, and music companies are starting to, crack down a little bit on clips now, but Twitch aren't going to just ban people and not, fix the issue. They're not going to go completely the other side of it. Just wait and be chilled out a little bit. But, what can you do?
There were like people making tools to like download every single one of your clips and then delete them all or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't look at it at all. I just sat there and laughed in like foresight, right? Like,
I saw this 4 years ago when I stopped playing music.
Yeah.
One of my regular streams that I do is called Trucking and Tunes, where people can request like song requests. And I'm playing Euro Truck at the same time. Not a single DMCA issue whatsoever. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to continue doing what I do, man. If it gets pinged, it gets pinged. I don't care.
Something like that, where it's like the point is the music, and like Rock Band and stuff like that. It's like there's nothing you can do. You just have to YOLO until it's gone.
That's it. That's the way I went for it. And just, go for it, and then you see what happens. But I've not had any issues, so... And if something was to happen, like an issue where if someone got banned completely through an automated system because they got 20 DMCA takedowns from a 20 different clips or something. Twitch aren't gonna just honor that. They're gonna just give you the channel back and be like, oh yeah, okay, we'll fix that for future reference. But
yeah, they've made amends on that though, haven't they? They've said they're developing tools to help streamers when they get a DMCA takedown, to just delete the clip.
But I guess you need that sort
pinged
of
immediately.
You need that outcry initially, I suppose, to be able to wake Twitch up into we need to do something.
But you see all the people then also talking about how they're like, oh, companies are preparing to copyright live stuff as well.
Oh yeah, I know.
Dude, that's gonna be wild.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I decided to avoid 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, screw that.
I'm in the middle of playing Rock Band, and then next thing you know, stream dead, gone.
Yeah.
This stream has been taken down because of Universal Music.
I mean, that already happens on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
That's how that works.
So that was the news for like the Twitch news through the middle of the month, but then other stuff had to happen, didn't it?
Why do music companies do that though? Like, what is their motivation?
Money.
But no one pays for music in the first place.
I don't.
It's not like you're selling the songs. It's just kind of supplementing your stream.
I mean, like, someone plays a song on a stream I like. I like that song. Add on Spotify. Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you don't think you're paying for music, but you have Spotify?
Spotify's free. I mean, you watch
Ad
ads.
supported.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying. Like it's not
free.
I feel like you're missing the point.
Like
I'm not going to listen to this stream that has this song playing in placement of going to a platform where I either watch ads to support that music or buy that music.
Well, we could all sit here and make the ethical argument, but the problem is the legal argument. It's a commercial product and it has music in it. They don't care. Like, gone.
Yeah, the music companies are probably the worst at for getting into the modern age, I guess you could say.
Here in 20 years, I'm sure they'll get it figured out.
Yeah, but I mean, that is one of the aspects of fair use policy and legal stuff. It does the content replace or act as a replacement for the original source material? And most of the times, if you just play music on a stream, you would argue no, but law hasn't also caught up with all of this as well. So
just because it's the law doesn't mean that the companies have to make all these tools to claim it.
Yeah,
I feel that the law hasn't caught up with it, and I feel that there's not a large enough voice towards changing it either.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be the same forever.
You're never gonna fight. You're never gonna fight the music industry. Like,
yeah, you don't. No single streamer or YouTuber can take
necessarily need to fight the music industry. Just need to get the law changed.
Well,
yeah, that's the thing. Though, to do that, there needs to be
exactly.
A precedent needs to be set by someone actually taking them to court and saying, "This takedown that you did of me wasn't right because of fair use. I'm taking you to court," and then you've got incredible amount of lawyers' fees, and you're going up against the lawyer might of the music company, and it's impossible.
Even when people have done that, it's not led to great law change, like the DMCA being edited so that it takes into account technology that's appeared within the last 20 years.
Yeah, you would think that stuff like that would happen and things would be updated.
Well, there's just no motivation for them to do it. There's no reason for them to do it. Like, why would they?
Because it's always on their favor.
Yeah.
It's just weird because, like, at what point does entertainment constitute something that you can't, like, stream? Like, you can't just play someone's album on Twitch. Otherwise, you'll get a DMCA strike. But how does that separate from playing GTA? Because if you're playing GTA and someone is just watching you play it, they don't have to buy it then. Like, what's the argument?
The only difference is that the game companies are open to, people playing it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that seems to be the only difference. Like, at what do we think we'll ever get to a point where someone's like, I don't want you to stream my intellectual property. This game isn't for, everyone else's consumption. It's just your personal product. It's weird.
They could
Well,
do that. The difference is,
Nintendo already tried that on YouTube.
Yeah, they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
That was a massive failure.
it's like the thing is, the game industry has this weird relationship with streamers and stuff, where it's like all free advertising and whatnot. But the thing is, like watching someone play a game is a different experience to listening to someone listen to music, right?
No, you can't just play like The Departed in the back and just talk over it or something. But I can see how that would be an issue, but you know, it's a fine line with entertainment, and video games are clearly becoming the more mainstream form of entertainment for the majority of people.
Yeah,
it's also because the game industry is the newest one as well, so it's kind of happened at the vaguely the same time, like not super early, obviously, but in the grand scheme of things, like streaming and stuff and video games kind of happened at the same time.
Yeah, so they grew up together, so they've become intertwined, whereas the music companies are still in the 60s.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that was the first part of the Twitch issues, and then it was completely overshadowed by the next part of more recent controversies around Twitch, with just a slew of stories coming out about abuse in the industry from streamers at Twitch events and all this kind of stuff. It was quite overwhelming, the amount of stuff that, like, the amount of women who came forward.
It's like every 3 tweets on my Twitter feed is a twit longer. Like,
yeah, my experience with Reed, and then it's just so much stuff and so many streamers that get accused and names that, some names I recognized, most I didn't, to be fair, but it's scary.
Well, music industry's been doing it for like...
I mean, like, does anyone okay, so we got a bunch of sweaty nerds that play video games all day, right? That don't know how to interact with women, and now we're gonna, like, you think this community's immune to sexual assault? Like, no. Like, of course figures have been sexually assaulted.
Yeah, it's
like, what world do you think we live in?
Yeah,
it's like this awful mix of, like, rock star fandom or whatever, with like movie industry, like, oh, maybe you'll be something if you sleep with me or whatever, right? Mixed with the whole sweaty nerd thing, right? This horrible mix.
Yeah.
Of, like...
This is if the worst possible, like, elements of everything just culminate into streamer culture. And you seriously thought that this was not happening? Anyone who thought this wasn't happening?
I mean, I never considered it, but now that I see it, it's obvious. Yeah. But...
Yeah.
Yeah,
are there? Yeah, that's the real question.
I didn't really think about it.
Are there any female gamers who are surprised by this? No, they're not. Not a single one.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Like for me, I mean, I've been to events. I've been to the Twitch cons. I've been to Insomnia in the UK. All these gaming events, and I guess it's never something that's like it's not as if it's in plain view. It's happening. You're doing your own thing. You assume that everybody else is just getting on with their life, being a good person, doing the right thing, and then all of this just comes out, and it's kind of it's a reawakening of, like, okay, just because I've met some nice people at a gaming event doesn't mean that everybody at that gaming event was also nice. Just all walks of life, you're gonna have assholes.
Some of these people are nice to, like, males or outwardly or whatever is also the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't mean the people who I met were nice. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, these people don't have the courage to sexually assault someone in public or to be inappropriate in public. They don't have the courage to do that. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah,
none of these nerds do. All right, listen. Like,
I think I'm quite
if you were
naive.
an actual rock star, maybe you got the courage to do this in public, but these people do not.
I don't think that's courageous. I think you're using the wrong word.
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, bravado. I don't know. I don't know what the right word is. You know what I mean.
But Norm Macdonald has a great bit about that. He was talking about Bill Cosby. He's like, one of my friends told me that the worst part about it was the hypocrisy, and he's like, I don't think that's the worst part. Worst part about it.
Yeah. I think big egos is another problem as well. Yeah, that's true. Like, streamers thinking that the next movie star, people thinking that they're better than what they are, and then it is like you say, it's just a horrible mix of all the worst kinds of things that come together at these events. It's just like, you know, we gotta at least. We're not gonna exactly go into all these stories or anything and go over them with a fine tooth comb, but we gotta at least say something to raise people's awareness of it. That people can be dicks.
I think it's worrying as well. I think we should also draw light to the fact that Twitch's CEO, all of this was brought to their attention years ago, and they did nothing about it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember seeing something about that. Yeah.
The exact quote was, it was brought up to the CEO in a conference call, and he chuckled and said, "Wow, the things that go on our platform, can't really comment," and just moved on. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Really bad. So again, let's just be vigilant, everybody. Yeah, keep.
Listen, all right. Listen, for all you women out there, if some smarmy streamer tries to sexually assault you, just beat him up, please. Like, just kick him into the ground. Just kick him in the nuts. Take him to the ground because he weighs 95 pounds soaking wet. I mean, he's a frag at CS:GO. Don't get me wrong, but that does not help you in the real world. Take him. He deserves it.
Yeah,
that's my hot take.
It's sad that we have this like environment that people don't feel confident coming forward with these things.
That is very true.
Yeah,
like
everyone should feel comfortable coming forward about anything that they feel uncomfortable with. And it's weird that it's not like that. It's just sad.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it shouldn't take. I mean, it's just what you should be able to do. We should have a community and a society safe enough for someone who was violated in that way to say, "Hey, he did that to me. Get him."
Yeah.
Let's investigate this and get him.
Yeah.
Like,
cancel him.
No, don't cancel him.
Cancel.
Just investigate and then get him.
So that was going to be the end of the Twitch news until basically last night, where Dr. Disrespect,
never ends.
It never ends, was banned from Twitch, and nobody knows why, but it seems like it's very serious because nobody wants to say why for those who seemingly do know, and they're saying it's such a sensitive topic that I don't feel comfortable sharing it. And he was completely banned from the entire platform, and removed from Discord, all this kind of stuff, like just everything refunded for those who were subscribed to him, everything just complete. And he had a multi-year contract with Twitch. So like
it's a permanent ban as
well. It's a permanent ban, yeah. It's just gone, and it seems like it's something super, like, for this level of repercussions just from the platforms that he's on.
That's the mystery. What could it be?
So all these other like people getting banned and stuff that we just talked about is all because it came public. Twitch decided to act, right? This was, it isn't public and Twitch decided to act.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, to make Twitch act on something before people know about it is like that's unheard of. But yeah, that's true. What Sexy says in the chat, that I did actually see that clip. Just before his final stream last night, he looked at his phone, and his face like just completely dropped and changed. Looked like he was gonna cry, and then he started going on and mumbling and having a really weird end to the stream, and just like ended it, kind of really weird way. So like it just seems like it's whatever it is, it's not just something that he's done on Twitch. It's something that is in the real world, something legal or criminal that he's catching up with them or something like that. That is it. So nobody knows right now. We might never know. Who knows? But I'm sure it will come out at some point. But
I'm sure we'll find out 5 minutes after the podcast, and then we wait a month until we talk about it.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the character that he plays kind of looks a bit like a sort of 80s drug runner. Maybe he is actually an 80s drug runner.
Yeah, can we talk about this? The whole character defense thing. Whenever anyone says something bad about Dr. Disrespect, the response is always, "Oh, it's just a character." And it's like, maybe if his character is like being a massive ass, maybe he's just a massive ass. Like, have you thought about it? Like,
No, don't think about this any higher, because that's my entire defense. Right? Every time I say something dumb, I'm just playing a character. I'm just
Isn't
an
he, like,
Alabama frat boy.
He's a tall man, isn't he?
Yes, he's like 6'4" or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I've never watched the stream, so I don't want to make a character judgment. But I've seen some things.
6'8". Oh my god. There's a
How
lot of
is he
evil
getting
people.
to that time?
It's just a prank, bro. Yeah.
I don't trust anybody over 6'2", honestly. I don't trust them.
Yeah, you got too much room to breathe up there. That's just, that's not good. You're alone with your thoughts.
Was 6'2" in metric?
What is 6'2" in metric? I have no idea. What do you want?
190
Centimeters
maybe?
or something?
Yeah, centimeters. 'Cause I'm probably more than that.
6'2" in centimeters is what the hell? That doesn't seem right. Square centimeters?
Not squared, no.
Square centimeters.
5,500.
Oh yeah, I typed it into Google and I got square foot to square centimeter. It's like that's not what I wanted at all.
Square foot.
See,
No.
I'm using DuckDuckGo, and I get 189. Sorry, 187.
Oh, I know
Some
why.
this privacy guy. Ooh, he's not tracking you. Ooh, you don't get personalized ads. All my ads are catered to me. None of
6'2" is about
That's
190 centimeters.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like 6'2", I guess. I'm like taller than that.
I know why I came up with area. It's because we typed in 6 foot and then 2 straight after, and I thought it was squared, like 6 foot squared, like square feet. Stupid Google. So yeah, we don't know anything about Dr. Disrespect, why he's banned or anything like that, but we'll try to follow up on it if we remember, if it comes out before next podcast.
I'm
But
sure if it comes up, we'll hear about it.
It's gonna be something bad, I'm sure. So something else that happened in this crazy month of ridiculousness is one of the streaming platforms that we talked about recently on a previous podcast. You know how we were talking about how each platform has grown, and Facebook gaming had grown by like 200%, and YouTube and Twitch had still grown by crazy amounts. And then there was another platform at the end, I can't remember its name, but it had only grown by about 0.2% or something like that over a year in comparison to the others. That was, of course, Mixer, and it no longer exists. It's gone.
No.
They canned it.
They gave
I
up.
wonder if all those streamers get to keep all that money.
Ninja got his bag.
He did.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
Dude, dude, man, we thought this was such a small brain play. We thought it was such a small brain
That's
play going to
exactly
Mixer
what
and
I
taking
thought.
all that money, and now Mixer's
Yeah.
gone, and I get to keep all the money. Dude,
They not only
infinity
got to
brain.
keep the money that they
got-
made from like signing on and stuff, they actually got paid off and bought out for the remainder of their contract.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
So-
infinity
because
brain. That's a play I couldn't even have foreseen.
The contract will have written in it, and if anyone breaks the contract, they have to pay the other person a crap ton, right?
Yeah.
And the lawyer's like, we'll never break this. Right?
Yeah.
And then they break it.
And supposedly,
Yes, that's
didn't
awesome.
it-
I'm so happy for them.
So-
I'm so happy for them.
the way that it happened is that Mixer now, Microsoft have partnered up with Facebook Gaming, so they've said that all Mixer partners can go over to Facebook and be partnered on Facebook Gaming live stream. It seems like 90% of them are actually just going back to Twitch. But for the big streamers that had the contracts that have been paid by Microsoft to come over and stream on Mixer, like Shroud and Ninja and many others, they were offered by Facebook double the amount that Microsoft offered them to sign up exclusively with Facebook instead. But they said, no, we don't want that. We want Mixer to
I've got
pay
enough money now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
we
to
want
the
Mixer to
platform.
pay us
Thank
our
you.
money. So then so basically they've made, I think Ninja was like 30 million, Shroud was 10 million from the remainder of their contract that they had to pay. And they are now free to stream wherever they want.
God, those people have so much money.
I know.
Oh my God, they have so much money.
Such big
It's
brain
like
players.
Facebook can offer to double $40 million, and it's like
Yeah.
what's the difference? It's more money than you'll ever need. It's
Yeah.
like,
Not if you
what's the
try hard enough.
difference?
Not if you buy enough cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane. Like for 6 months' work, they've earned like 40 million or whatever. Like it's just.
Yeah, all they had to do was stream on a different platform for a few minutes and
And-
$10 million richer or whatever. It's like I could not have foreseen. Like that had to be their plan all along, right? They didn't think that surely they didn't think they knew Mixer was a bad idea.
Well, if they were thinking
They-
about
like,
it
they had
logically,
to know it was going to go on.
it was going to be a win-win for them, right? It was either going to succeed or it was going to fail. If it succeeds, then they continue and they're successful. If it doesn't, then it goes, but they still get paid. Like,
The biggest brain move.
So
Yeah.
much money.
It's just a win-win.
God.
Yeah.
And now you've got so many streamers who were offered deals by Mixer who turned it down, who are now like, no. Being angry.
So much money to dye your hair, shoot kids in Fortnite, and
It
use the
is
hard ninja.
So much money.
That's insane.
Use the hard ninja.
Yes.
And write books, of course.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
forgot.
I remember that
Why
book.
not
Oh
remind me?
no, let's not revisit
Level
that.
I
mindset.
wish, man, I wish I could have dyed my hair and been a streamer. I could have done it. I could have done it.
It's never too late.
I can totally understand why they didn't go to Facebook though. I can't get why. Like, is Facebook gaming really? Is anybody watching that? Like, I can get YouTube, but Facebook.
It's big in certain communities. Like I think the South American community uses it quite a lot.
Right.
I don't know. It's a lot of non-English speaking stuff where it's big. It's just
Right.
not big in the English speaking world.
Like, I want to stay as far away from Facebook as possible. At least is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, who doesn't really?
I know.
It's like, ugh.
But anyway, so yeah, Mixer's dead. In other news of, like, again, this has been one hell of a ridiculous month. And I don't really know how to address this other than just saying, Black Lives Matter. And we
Huh? What? Whoa! How'd we end up there? I just
Yeah,
looked
I don't know
the
what
screen.
that transition was. I agree
Whoa!
with
I was looking at my monitor for 1 second and I just hear Black Lives Matter.
Well,
and
it's
I'm
next in the
very
list,
scared.
and there's no easier way to just say it. It's been a crazy month, and so much has happened. And sometimes you just gotta say these things and just put it out there. It's kind of insane that some of the world is the way that it is, but I don't feel like I have the ability or the knowledge or the experience to say
I think
anything
we-
reasonable
Do
about
you
it.
know what really helps, though? Do you know what really helps? Going and educating yourself about Black history.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, sort of like, I don't feel like I don't have the
spoiler
authority to
alert,
talk
we
about
are-
it.
I've been
we
killing
are
black
just-
men for a long time.
We
Oh,
are
very
just-
long
We
time.
run a game about cop abuse towards black people.
Yeah,
It was just a joke. We
Yeah.
just played a game about it and it was funny.
we
It's
are just 5 white men, but yeah.
yeah. It's
absolutely.
difficult to feel like
Three
I've
of
got
us are
any kind of
British.
authority to say anything of any relevance, but it's important to at least say it. And
Yeah.
the fact that we have to say it is the sad part. I agree with what was said in the chat there.
I think our general feelings towards things are pretty obvious. I hope people would know how we'd feel about it. I mean, like I said, like 3 of us are British, right? Like,
Yeah, I you say that, and yet I had to go and educate myself on Scotland's part on the slave trade and whatnot, because I honestly didn't know, and I was quite shocked when I found out that Scotland
Yeah.
played a major part in the slave trade.
yeah,
but
I
also
mean, for a
played a
modern
major part in the abolition of the slave market. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
I meant more
crazy.
modern times, thankfully, but yeah.
So
Yeah, it's wild that could be a controversial statement
yeah.
to
Oh, yeah.
say.
Is it
What? Police
like a-
killing black men is wrong? Is that controversial? I mean, that's
Apparently.
pretty. That's a solid opinion. I'm very solid in that opinion. I think it's a really strong one. I think it's a powerful one. Killing unarmed black men is bad.
like, has
That's bad.
yeah,
Don't do
have
that.
have you two seen like results of it or protests or anything?
I haven't witnessed. I've seen video of protests and whatnot.
Yeah, has it like in any way affected you guys over there in any meaningful way? Or is it? I mean, I suppose with the coronavirus and stuff, staying at home, it's not as if it's easier to have not been affected by it. But
I mean, I live in Alabama, so nothing's going to change here.
no,
This is not going to happen. Like, I mean, there's a Confederate statue in my town square that ain't coming down anytime soon. Like, you know,
wow.
it ain't gonna happen.
I feel
So-
like I've been indoors for 3 years.
That's like a long time.
I mean, that must be the difficulty in the US, though, that you've got states like Alabama where it's just like, yeah, it's never going to change, or at least, you know, in
Yeah, well,
That's
things
how
will
it feels.
they'll attempt to change things. I mean, it's not really a state versus state thing. Like, it's really an urban versus rural thing. Like,
Right,
because
yeah.
over in Birmingham, statues have come down, and
Mm.
the mayors were, you know, they got a Democratic mayor who, and a large portion of their population is African American, so they're actually trying to do things. Here in my county, it's all white people, and nothing's ever going to change because I live out in the boonies.
Deep red.
Yeah,
Just-
I'm in
that's
the
like
deep
deep
red.
red.
I'm in deep red. Yeah.
And for those that don't know, red is Republican, blue is Democrat.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, things will try to change. I mean, I'm sure Atlanta's kind of different. You know, Atlanta, I'm sure there's protests, and things are trying to change. But I mean, you take 5 steps out of the metropolitan area, it's going to be just like any other red area ever. You know, just a lot of white people who, you know, so we got to support the police.
yeah,
So-
gotta fly the flag of my ancestors that fought against the United States and lost. You know,
Yeah,
it
the flag of
represents
traitors.
my
Yeah.
heritage. Like,
Yeah.
what? God, is that something to be proud of that you lost a war against your own country? That's
Yeah.
wild.
It's just.
it's all very divisive and very messy. And I think when, like, if it feels like everything always has to come back to politics, like, and you can't just say racism is bad and police should not kill unarmed people and stand on their necks for 9 minutes or whatever it was. That
It's
is
about 9
that is an obvious statement to make, whether you are on any form of the political spectrum. Like, that should not be a divisive statement.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised at the
Yeah.
people
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah.
that say, "Oh, well, we don't know what happened to lead up to that." It doesn't matter what led up to that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I need to
there's-
know the circumstances that led to that officer standing on his neck for 9 minutes. I mean, he could have said something very mean. Very mean.
yeah. He could have said something that was deserving of that. Well, no.
Well,
No.
there is, other than actually threatening the life of that officer, there is nothing that should result in anyone's death.
No.
I think.
Yeah, there's nothing that you could do other than actively attacking someone that results in the death penalty when you have someone under control like that. There were 3 officers on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
not right.
we should say George Floyd. Obviously, that's his name.
Yeah,
we should
yeah,
say his
yeah.
name because
Oh, yeah.
he needs to be remembered. Breonna Taylor, the cops that killed her in her home when she wasn't doing anything, they didn't get arrested, I don't think.
Yep.
It's sad.
It's crazy
that the world is the
political
way that it
statements
is.
have.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's disgusting. And it makes me ashamed to, like, there was a time when I was younger and didn't know. I was like, oh yeah, I'm proud to be an American. I can't say that. Like, I can't say that proudly now because now that I know the truth about, when you grow up and you realize everything's shit.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Like,
pretty
you
much just the
turn a blind eye.
that is growing up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. What can we say than that, I suppose?
It's just
Keep on top of it again.
It's such a grossly complicated issue about how racism even happens, how the things these officers deal with that harden their hearts to make it to where this is a course of action that they would even think about taking.
Yeah.
It's such a complicated issue because I don't know.
It's
what
just
to
a
say.
shame a lot of the time.
Yeah, because I mean, if I don't know, so you have a society that that disproportionately negatively affects minorities, right? Through their neighborhoods not being funded as well, and their school systems not being funded as much, and over policing and high crime rate, yada yada. And then you have these officers that deal with nothing but crime all day. And when this crime is disproportionately for minorities, that I think that is probably what allows them, if they are not strong in their sense of, I don't know, right and wrong or whatever, that's how they can develop a hatred for
they
not
develop
an
their own
outward one,
biases.
but an internal one for people of color, for minorities. And then that is what allows them to think that actions like this are okay. And it's
a vicious cycle.
Yeah. If we're playing Monopoly and you get a Monopoly and start building houses, and then I just start taking houses off, taking money out of your bank, you're not going to want to play anymore. You're going to be upset with me. And that's how the cards are stacked against minority groups and people of color in this country. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, and I've heard a lot of people say, one thing that I've never liked is like, well, we've got to give these children a way out. We've got to give them a way out of these places. We got to fund education. Like, no, we shouldn't give them a way out. We should make where they are a nice place to be.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you have to do. Like, we have to do something to make these high crime rate, low income areas not high crime and low income. Like, that's, I mean, really, money is what will fix it. Honestly, I mean, you can genuinely fix it with enough money.
Yeah,
like that's
Jeff Bezos could fix it right now. Like,
I watched a video yesterday. Actually,
he could fix it right now and not even break a sweat.
Yeah. I watched a video. It was from Real Life Law, good YouTube channel. It was talking about the inequality of wealth across the globe. And I just found it amazing, this one stat in particular, that I think it is the top 8 richest people in the world have the same amount of wealth as the bottom 49% of the entire globe.
Yep.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
But they worked hard to get that. So it's their money. They keep it. It's like...
It's absolutely crazy.
It's fine. It's fine for them to keep a little bit of it. Absolutely, that's fine. Yeah. They've worked for it. Absolutely, keep a little bit of it, but a large portion of it they will never, ever be able to spend. Their grandchildren, their great grandchildren will never be able to spend the amount of wealth that they have.
Yeah.
So maybe just give a little bit more to the world that you live in.
Yeah.
Just
I remember I was sitting on a curb with my buddy when we were younger, when we were like 18 years old. And we were just thinking about if you had Bill Gates' net worth, like at that time, I think it was like 80 billion or something like that. We're like, if we had that money right now, how much, if we lived to 80, how much money? And it was like, you'd have to spend $2 million a day until you were 80 from the time you're 18 to spend $80 billion.
Yeah.
Like, who needs that much money?
How can you spend that? You can't possibly spend that much money. So why not do something with it?
I mean, I could. I just want to put that out there. I could spend that much money easily.
I think we should.
You think you could?
I think, isn't Bill Gates like a pretty decent philanthropist?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just because we're saying his net worth doesn't mean he's not using his good.
I saw that Jeff Bezos is set to become a trillionaire in the next 4 or 5 years or something. It's like
the world's
that
first.
How you can't that's no.
It's like I wonder why nobody just goes, right, you know what, Jeff, we're gonna cap you off at 100 billion. We're just gonna cap you off. I'm not saying you can't, make your way back up to that if you spend a little bit of it. You make your way back up to 100 billion. But we're gonna cap you off at 100 billion, and everything else comes to the rest of the world.
Because that's socialism.
I mean, that's still a lot. It's still a lot. He still gets it. It's not a distribution of all his wealth. It's just it's still more money than he's ever going to be able to spend in a lifetime, or his great grandchildren are ever going to be able to spend. Put a cap on it. Just put a wee cap on it. And I mean, realistically, if he was a reasonable man, he'd go, I suppose you're right. Actually, I don't need any more than that. None of the things that I buy cost more than 100 billion, and I'd make it back in 5 minutes anyway.
So that's socialism. Why would
don't-
he work? Why would he work harder if he couldn't earn more money?
Yeah, yeah, Bayman. I was being generous there. I was being generous to Uncle Jeff.
100 billion. Yeah.
100 billion, probably enough. You know,
Yeah.
what are you ever going to buy that costs over 100 billion?
Yeah, it's
not one thing. You buy a lot of things that are worth millions of dollars.
If he bought all the things in the world, he'd still have all the money.
You probably could buy all of the things in the world, honestly. Like, that's so much money.
He could buy all the things in the world, and he'd still be making money. The company doesn't go away or anything. It still generates money.
It gives him an incentive to actually spend it, because once he gets to 100, then he has to spend it to be able to get back to 100 again. So like you might as well you might as well spend it, and then you get back up to it and then spend it, and maybe some of that spending will happen from then will be again for good things.
Just let's tax the corporations more. Let's do that. But then they'll leave, and that's
That
bad.
too, as well. But, your president doesn't seem to be too up for that these days, or any time, to be honest. So
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that there's a difference between how much cash you have and your net worth. It's still how much you have. Like you are clearly. You clearly have a lot of money, and more money than you can ever know what to do with.
that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, just stick a cap on it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not hurting. It's not hurting him, really. Apart from bragging rights, you know.
All right,
You
let's
can't
move
say-
on, because we've got still so much to talk about.
Yeah, I was going to say we need to move on.
Yeah.
Here so much.
There's still so much left.
And I gotta leave.
I don't think
now.
we have the education level necessary to talk about this anyway. To be fair,
I mean, we're not saying that he literally has.
let's
100
discuss
billion
moral
dollars.
philosophy instead. Why should he be punished by so many taxes just for being successful? No,
I think we all understand liquidity. I think we know that,
Yeah.
and
That's
what
a good
net worth
thing.
actually is. But we're just saying he's a
That-
very rich man.
Yeah. Josh, I
Yeah?
saw this about on Twitter that you made a game.
Smooth transition.
oh,
Yes,
God,
you
I gotta
to-
get up.
You
Yeah.
you get to follow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get to
follow
follow. I get to
races.
follow this. All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yes.
Well, we can put it later in gaming news if you
No,
want.
no, no, it's fine. It's fine. I should probably put my light on at some point. It's getting pretty dark. But anyway, yeah, I made a game. This is my update. Wait, what? I just realized we did like a NOS update and then an RTD update, and then I'm after that.
Top liver.
Ah, yeah, you were after them, and then I think other stuff just got added, and yeah, we should have put you. I should have put you after NOS and RTD.
whatever.
I'm sorry. God damn
I'm
it.
sure we'll edit it in post.
in post. This will make no sense. Okay. Yeah. So where do I begin with this? Okay, my university, which I studied at, and I'm still like good friends with, and I know people that work there and stuff. Where I studied game development. Every year they do what's called a game jam, where they I don't know if everyone knows what game jam is, but it's like you get a set amount of time, you get a set number of themes or whatever, and you say make a game in that amount of time, go, right? So they normally do a week-long like on-site game jam, but obviously it's online, blah 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 blah, whatever. But I decided to make, because it was online, I decided this year I was going to make a like online game. I was going to make, an idea I've had ages for loads of times, like a Twitch chat game. Long story short, blah blah blah. Time happens. I made a Twitch chat curling game.
Why did you choose curling?
It was one
Because
of the
it's
themes.
sick, dude.
No, it was one of the themes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
I
there was-
love curling. It's great. The little sweeps.
yeah,
Good
so
and nice. It's a great sport.
they were like, we get the way my university's game jam works is that they get free random Wikipedia articles as the themes, so you get like
Right.
random stuff. One of the themes was some curling tournament in 1999, and the idea of curling didn't come to me immediately. Like me and Emma, who we were like working together on it, we were thinking for ages, like, what game could we actually make? And I lost like all of Monday thinking about what game to make. Oh yeah, it was a 5-day game jam, Monday to Friday. But Monday is like a bunch of extra stuff. Friday was like no game development at all. So it's basically 4 days. But yeah, I made a Twitch chat curling game, and I presented it to the judges and stuff with my chat playing it and whatnot. And I won an award for it. I won best use of technology in that game jam. It's a fairly busy game jam. There were like 20 odd teams, so
very good. Good
Congratulations.
job. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I won because nobody else did anything ambitious, really.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I was the only one who did something cool.
People played it safe.
Goes, I won. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying but it's like, okay, real talk, Emma. Best use of technology, and I'm the programmer. But yeah, it was good. Emma, to her credit, like she never studied it or anything. She just does it every year for me for fun. And she was like doing the modeling, the 3D art and stuff, and she did good as well. It was all good. Yeah, see, she's happy now.
So when is it going on Steam for $19.99?
I don't know, because okay, I don't know how to monetize it. I've thought about that. But anyway, yeah, I worked on it a bit after the game jam actually, because people were enjoying playing it and stuff. So I did like 5 little updates. I got it working, and yeah, you can just play it. It's a bit janky because I made it in 4 days. But yeah, I made a Twitch chat game. I don't know what else to say.
That's cool.
It's better. It's better than marbles on stream because you actually do something instead of just saying join and then doing nothing. So
that's cool. I'll have to check it out for the end of a stream or something.
I put Josh and Emma's mighty certificate, a picture of it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Should we show this?
Yeah,
go
on. Yeah.
I think we should, because the university is clearly a fan of word art.
they make it intentionally awful. Don't worry.
Well, I hope so.
But yeah, it was great fun. I streamed. I've got a laptop next to me that was dedicated to like streaming it for 24/7 for a few days, while people were still playing it and stuff. But yeah,
Nice.
they were impressed as like like doing stuff in Unity and getting it to work with Twitch chat is not the simplest thing in the world. It is for me because I've done a lot of programming in Twitch chat with my bot and stuff already.
Right.
So it was simple, but for like, for them to be like, oh, you've done all this work, it's great, here you go. So yeah.
So was it nice to like be using? You studied programming, right? So like, is it nice sometimes to delve back into that?
Yeah, I do it. Like for my lifestyle, it's kind of a life skill. Like there's so many things where it's like just knowing how to program something is useful.
Yeah.
Like
I can get that.
Yeah, like I can't think of a few examples, but yeah, it's just like, something doesn't work right. It's like, oh, this open source software is not updated to the latest thing I need it to. It's like, okay, I'll just fix it, right? Like,
yeah.
Stuff like
That's
that.
handy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, RDT's doing some advertising for New Jersey.
Yeah.
Sorry. In order to get the light in front of me instead of behind me, I have to put it in front of a dresser. So I'm just like splayed out, totally man spread right now.
Okay.
And it hurts so bad.
Oh no.
But yeah, you'll have to. I could probably link it to you. It's like 25 megabytes. So
Yeah. Well, I'll give it a look.
It's a little bit of a setup because there's no UI, so you have to do some like text file editing.
Okay.
But it's.
What do I look like? Do I look like I have a degree in computer science? I can't edit a text file.
I made a big README that says in 5 simple steps.
You lost me. You just lost me right there. But a README? No, I can't.
Was it linked in the chat at all? The game? We should link it in the chat if people want to try it themselves.
Yeah, it works.
Play it on a games night.
Yeah. I did actually make it right around the time of the last games night.
Okay.
I was like, do I play this? But yeah, I made it like in scale well. It plays well with 2 people. It plays well, hopefully, with like 500, right? Like.
Okay.
I'll naturally be good at that game because I'm Scottish and it's the only sport Scotland can do well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curling is a cool sport. I like watching it.
Yeah, it's the only thing redeemable about the Winter Olympics, honestly.
Yes. I mean, mostly, yeah.
I love the Winter Olympics.
I love curling.
It
That's
is
about
the
it.
best Olympics.
Yeah, I think I like it more than I don't know. It's difficult, but like I think I'm more on it for the Winter Olympics as a whole.
I agree, but only because of
always
curling.
always wanted to do the toboggan.
Yeah,
Bobsleigh. That looks really fun.
yeah.
But yeah, to talk about something funny with the game, something you can give me your opinion on, is like, so if you were to say you've made this game and you want to sell it, you want to make money from it, how would you monetize it? What would you do? Nos, you said just shove it up on Steam for like $5 or something, right?
No,
So that-
oh,
that'll cost
$19.99
you-
for sure.
That'll cost
Okay.
you $100 to stick it up there, right?
I don't know. I can't remember a lot. Yeah,
Pretty sure it's $100 to stick it up on Steam.
it definitely used to be. It probably still is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought about it, and it's just like I looked at marbles on streams monetization. It's like they sell skins or something. The game's free, right?
Yeah, they sell skins for your marble and sound effects when you jump into the game and stuff like that.
But do you, the streamer, buy it, or does the audience buy it?
The audience.
Okay,
Well, yeah,
so you're
but the
monetizing
streamer
bigger...
can, yeah. It's like your marble, whether you're a viewer or a...
Yeah.
So your broom, you have custom broom.
Yeah, you see, it
Yeah.
doesn't work for curling
No.
because you don't each individually have your own thing. It's like, so I can't do that.
So the streamer can pay for it. They can pay for like community skins that can be used by the rest of the community, and they can pay for new slots for new skins.
Okay.
So there is lots of stuff the streamer can pay for if they wanted to.
But that's all because everyone has their own individual marble, and the whole point of streamer marbles is to see your own marble, right? So making it so your name is a different color and your marble's a different color is like, that's good. Yeah, there's nothing like that. The only thing I could possibly do is like Phil Hoff just said, like you could have like billboards and like advertisements on the billboards or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
It would be cute, but it would make absolutely no money because the way it's detected is like it would see one person looking at this one ad, not their whole audience. Can't like make it like impressions like work like that. So
You would
Make
have
it
to like do it.
golf with your friends. Put like cool little trails that go on and toppers and like skins.
but you don't have an individual. You play as a team.
Yeah, but you know.
See, that was your first mistake. Is having the team.
There's no good monetization for this at
What
all.
about when your command gets picked up by the Twitch chat? A wee explosion goes off.
Yeah, that's the only time you as an individual are seen is that there's a little input thing at the bottom.
A millisecond.
Yeah. Maybe I could make it so there's like a special list next to it where people that paid money get their name up for longer or something. I don't know.
Etched into the stone.
See, we need to be talking to, big game executives. They'd find ways to monetize it, I'm sure.
Bring it to Rockstar.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way.
We'll re-release it 3 times on 6 different consoles.
All right.
They'd never just greenlight it. It never would have been made.
Gaming news. We're only at gaming news, an hour and 40 minutes in.
What's it?
I got 20 minutes left.
You got 20 minutes left. So, any thoughts on the PS5?
It's very big.
It looks massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't bother me. I think it looks nice. I think the design of it looks nice.
I'm kind of unsure. I don't really like the white.
So like I don't understand why you care about the aesthetics of a
I don't really
console. Mine has a spider on it. That's cool, I guess, but I don't care. Like, like that's about it.
Whatever runs the games better is
I want
ultimately
pure
the better
utility
system.
in my design.
Yeah.
Like whatever has the best cooling, the best ventilation, and the best performance. That's what you want.
Yeah. If the Xbox is able to run games at like a stable 60 FPS and the PS5 dips to like 55, 50 in high moments on the same game, then I don't care that the Xbox looks like a box.
What are
Well,
you,
that's a
what you,
P- that's a
what you,
PC
what are you
gamer
talking about?
mentality,
You're going to have to get both anyway, so you can
Well,
play
I know,
GTA
but, like, if
on
I-
both platforms.
If I was, oh my god,
No, you mean all 4 platforms? Because you're still gonna have viewers on PS4 and Xbox One.
I don't know how I'm going to handle that change. I don't want to talk. I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. So yeah, interesting. We're going to be getting them soon enough, so we'll know soon enough how they're going to shape up. We don't have any pricing for them though.
Remember when the PS4 dev kit, sorry, PS5, I'm still a generation behind. PS5 dev kit was released, and everyone was like, "Oh, it looks crazy!" Right? It's like, and I said, "It doesn't look like that at all."
The bedpan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There have been rumors that obviously there's 2 variations of the PS5 with the disc drive and the non-disc drive, and they're thinking that the non-disc
Why?
drive is going to be cheaper.
I hope
And
so.
there are rumors that
digital.
there's going to be an Xbox Series S as well as the Series X, and that's going to be like super cheap. That's going to be like $199 or something that you can get into next gen gameplay. It's going to be like tuned down a little bit, so it'll have the same CPU but toned down graphics, so you'll be able to play the same games still, but for super cheap. That's the rumor at the minute, and whether Xbox are going to try and they both want to try and undercut each other, but I can't see the PS5 with the disc drive being anything less than $499.
So I don't know if you saw, but Digital Foundry did a video working out how much they could actually knock off the digital version of the PS5 with just removing the disc drive, and they said because they buy disc drives at such high volume, the most that they could knock off was $15 to $20.
Oh god.
The real version is because they want you to buy stuff through their digital store and not
Yeah,
retail.
So
That's why.
the only reason that they could knock more than that off is because they want you into the digital ecosystem.
Yeah, because they'll make more money that way.
Yeah.
Then
Because you have no other options at that point.
But
It's
I'm-
not like PC where you can buy from different platforms.
like console makers have been doing this for years. Like the PlayStation 2 was sold at such a discount because the controllers and all that crap is like memory cards super overpriced, right? That's how they get you. They give you this actual console itself at a discount, and they're just applying the same logic here.
Yeah.
The disc version is like way cheaper just because they make more money in the long run.
Yeah. And they're thinking that Xbox are going to try that approach just in general. They've got more ability to lose money on the console with getting people in with Game Pass and all this kind of stuff. So maybe they're going to be cheaper for the Xbox, but we don't know yet.
I think I'm going to go the digital version. I'm erring towards the digital version of the PS5. I'm definitely going to get it on launch.
I'm
gonna be-
I'm a hardcore Sony pony.
gonna be-
But
be-
yeah, I'm thinking that I might go digital version because I'm digital everything else, and I'm trying to move to digital everything else. So
I still don't feel good about it. I buy things that are relatively cheap or digital, like all PC games are digital and all this kind of stuff, but when it comes to the main game releases, I mostly buy them
It's
disc.
gonna be a big generational shift, especially in the whole preservation of video games thing. Like there's gonna be before digital and after digital.
Yeah.
All the stuff before digital we've all preserved and it's all good, and everything after it is just like, oh, lost the time. Sorry, lol. Right.
yeah, see, I don't care about that. I only care about my personal
And
experience.
that's the problem, right?
Man,
Like,
that's a NOS opinion.
That's fine.
Right there.
That's
like
fine.
me.
You can preserve everything. That's fine. Me personally, I'm going for convenience.
Yeah.
I don't care.
well, when you're renting everything and no one owns anything anymore,
Sony need to
don't
really
be.
improve their network speeds, though, if you're going to download everything.
Josh? It's just a physical license. They could just as easily stop service
Yeah,
to
well,
that disc.
You think that's going to get better when they take the disc drive out, or worse? Like,
Neither. It's going to be the same. They're the same at the moment. You put the disc in and it downloads a copy of the game, pretty much.
problem with the game, not with the disc.
All right. Let's open up the phone bank. For anybody who jumps into the phone bank,
Any hot questions?
you're probably
for
not
us?
going to be
I'm
able
sure
to. If you've
there's
got any
not.
questions for RDT, he's probably going to be gone by the time we get to the asking
Yeah,
questions.
don't
so,
ask me anything.
yeah, don't
Tell us what
bother
your
coming
favorite
in.
speculation on Dr. Disrespect is.
Was that the only gaming news that you had? The PS5?
Yeah, and the Xbox Series X.
Are we not talking about Cyberpunk? The Cyberpunk thing that
And
happened?
they just delay it again.
It got
dude?
delayed
Like, I
again.
mean,
Hooray!
Yeah, I
See,
forgot
no,
about
no,
Cyberpunk. I mean, it wasn't
the
written
actual-
down. So
Hang on. Whoa. The actual the new trailer that we saw and all of the new features that got announced and whatnot. Just
Oh
this
yeah,
week?
it's a sick game. Absolutely.
yeah,
Sick
but
game.
I just want to.
I mean,
I want to see
nothing
what
more
it's
to
like
add
in
other than
pet. Like,
that.
I
I
want
mean,
to.
it looks like a sick game. And I can't wait to play it.
I'm sick of
Okay,
waiting
cool.
for
Never
it to come out now.
Yeah.
Okay, so phone bank is open if anybody wants to get in there. Regulars, Twitch subs, Patreon supporters, YouTube members, you can feel free to ask any questions to us by getting in there. Hammer will be there to guide you. Racing Corner. I didn't actually write any of these, so
And I'm gonna take a nap.
no,
No, wait.
Wait.
Stay, no. Hey, hang on. Stay for the first one. I
What?
promise the first one's
first
good.
First one's good.
I promise the first one's good. Okay.
Okay, is it about Bubba Wallace?
No.
All right, I'm going to sleep.
Well,
now.
no. Hang on. trust me on this one. So this one I've been dying to talk about. This happened was it like a couple days after the podcast last month? Oh, this is good. Okay, I'll stop alluding. I'll just stop talking. So Formula E have been running their whole esports thing, in like R Factor 2, whatever, blah blah. But doesn't matter. They've been doing esports stuff, and they've got it's like an official thing, and there's like prize money on the line and sponsorships, and sponsorship companies care and stuff like that. It's televised, blah blah blah.
and every single real world Formula E driver is racing in it.
Yeah.
Is it called Formula Esport?
I don't know because I didn't
No.
watch it because I don't like Formula E that much. But that's not the point. The point is some really hilarious drama happened.
I thought we talked
So-
about this. That's amazing that it happened just after the podcast.
Did we talk about this? Oh God.
No, maybe
No.
not. I don't think we did. I just seem to remember, it, but I maybe it was just because it was happening at the time of the.
Are you linking me to something? What?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe this happened. Okay. Oh God. Now I'm scared. I've already talked about this.
No, you haven't. I guarantee you have not. I would have
Okay.
remembered.
All right. Yeah. Chat knows about it.
I
Daniel
don't
Apt.
think. I don't
yeah.
think we have.
So there was a driver. There's a driver called Daniel Apt. Some driver cheat again? Question mark.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on a normal stream. That's where I'm getting mixed up. I didn't talk about it on the podcast. I
Okay.
probably talked about it on the
Because-
Sunday or something like.
Because
Yeah.
I was really unsure because I think it happened literally right after the podcast.
Yeah.
So looking at the dates, I can tell. Whatever. Anyway, let's just do it again. It'll be funny again. Daniel Apt was doing, he was taking part in the Formula E races, blah blah blah, but he wasn't doing that great at it because he's not used to driving in a sim as opposed to real life, blah 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 blah. But one time a race happened, and some of the competitors, including Stoffel Van Dorn, was very suspicious of how much better Daniel Apt was doing in this race, and they called him out on cheating and stuff. The way they called him out on cheating, they said that he was using a replacement driver, that he wasn't actually the one driving it, and he got an esports pro who were better at driving sims to race for him. And we have the hilarious situation, the fact that the drivers were all driving with webcams. So Josh, you ask, how could you possibly get someone else to drive for you if you were all on a webcam? And I present to you this image. This is Daniel Apt's webcam of the race. With a very, very carefully positioned microphone. Definitely show this on the screen.
Yeah, I've got it on
That's
there.
pretty good.
Yeah,
this is the most convenient microphone placement I have ever seen. Sorry, the
Yeah.
image is so small.
Yeah, that was
That
gonna
is-
work.
yeah.
That's
Smart.
Daniel Apt's
200
webcam.
IQ play.
Yeah. His official verification webcam. Just a very convenient microphone right over his face. It turned out it wasn't him driving. Oh. But he kicked out and he was just like, "Oh, it's just a game. Who cares? Blah blah. Doing it drama for the fans."
Obviously
et
he
cetera, et
cared.
cetera."
He cared enough for to cheat. Like he cared
He like
enough to cheat.
hired a guy to cheat for him.
He said it's just a game, and then Ninja went into a fit of rage. And just started...
You hear Ninja explode from 10 miles away.
Well, it all fell down around him because he actually got kicked from his real life Formula E team for this. Audi kicked him out because of all the stuff that he said and all the drama that happened. Because he's like representing their brand. He's driving like an Audi car on the game and stuff. It was absolutely insane. So yeah, he like didn't back down for ages until all this stuff kicked off, and then he lost his job over it.
Just he lost his drive in real Formula E.
Yeah, just because he couldn't be bothered to get good at a sim, right? Like
he didn't even have to get good. He just had to turn up and do it himself.
Yeah. He was just like, "Oh, it's just a game. I don't care." Right? It's like, well, there's a lot of money involved. So
like when it happened, I was thinking, it feels like I was feeling on the verge of thinking that this is a little bit harsh, to be honest. But then I was thinking, if I was the team boss, say, of the Audi Formula E team, I'd be like, no, we're paying you so much money to drive for us. We have all these sponsors. We're everybody set up is racing at home. All the Formula E drivers are doing it. And you have brought so much bad negative attention to our team that, like, no, that's it. Yeah, if I can't trust you to do something as simple as this, how can I trust you in anything else?
Yeah, if he's willing to cheat in such a hilariously bad way, right? Like,
couldn't he have like given that person his login and then streamed himself and just pretended to make all the moves and then? There
must have been a smarter way to do it than just trying to hide the other guy's face.
Yeah, the thing is, they were checking IP addresses and stuff to make sure it's actually you and stuff like that. So it had to be on site, and there had to be a webcam and all this stuff. That was.
But what happened?
You're giving this more thought than he did, right? Like,
what happens when this person has to get up at the beginning or at the end of the race?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They just turn the webcam off from whatever sitting. They just...
Yeah, he should have just worn a helmet. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Sorry, my Zoom's not working. My bad.
It's a shame.
That happened like right after the podcast last month.
Shame that he felt like that was a good idea in any situation.
Moron.
Yeah,
it's quite funny.
They were like, it went on a bit, which is, it's not just this the reason he got, like, apparently he's just not a great guy anyway, so they're probably just looking for a reason to kick him. But yeah, it's not just this. He didn't just get kicked on the team just for this. The stuff after that happened, he kept defending it and stuff. But yeah, that was that.
Not mentioning his side, I haven't even seen. I didn't even know that there was his side. Well, I mean, I saw the apology he put out eventually after it was all done and dusted. But I mean,
what's that? Look, listen, don't apologize.
Yeah, what is that? What is his side? Like, oh no, didn't he say something like, he just wanted to give an esports driver a chance to race against the pros? Like, no, you don't say that.
Hiding his identity, right? Like,
no,
really, bro.
No, that's not. No. They have their own championship. Like,
yeah,
nah,
pretty dumb.
I saw what you put. Williams looking for money. The Williams Formula One team. They are in dire straits. They've won multiple world championships over the years, and they're having trouble. So they might be looking. If anyone wants to invest in a Formula One team, Williams are looking.
The subreddit were discussing at length, the Formula One subreddit were discussing at length how much, if it's possible, that they could all get together and buy the team, right?
That'd be hilarious. Reddit owned Formula One team.
Yeah, it would be pretty dumb.
Yeah, no decisions would ever get made.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they ended their sponsorship with their title sponsor, Rokit. Probably because they weren't doing, like, they already knew they weren't doing well, but just because racing isn't happening and they're just paying out, right?
Yeah, the COVID stuff is really hurting a lot of Formula One teams.
Yeah, it's just like a perfect storm for Williams. So they've said that they have enough money to run the rest of this year, But if they don't get any more money, like it's looking pretty bad apparently.
Yeah.
So might lose another F1 team and go down to 18 cars, if you can believe it.
Did we have? I feel like I've watched it.
When is it just gonna be Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull? Like,
I mean, that's it might as well be. Already.
Isn't that the eventuality? It's Mercedes first, Ferrari second, and then well back in the pack.
You forgot all their junior teams: Toro Rosso, Alfa Romeo, and I guess Mercedes would probably buy Williams. Yeah.
So yeah, the Formula One is starting next weekend when this goes up to not live to those on podcast, the Spotify, wherever it is, Apple Podcast. That it's going to be this weekend. It's coming back. It's going to be three in a row, 3 each weekend.
Yeah, the schedule is crazy. They're packing them all in, and they're also doing multiple tracks, multiple times, right?
Yeah, so they're doing
the
Austria
same track
twice.
multiple times. Sorry.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be really weird to have the same race basically happen again.
Yeah, a lot of people are hoping for like alternate layouts and stuff, but unfortunately, like there's only ever one layout that's like super safe, like the regulations meet and stuff.
Yeah,
because it takes a lot of work.
They're thinking of Bahrain. They have quite a few layouts that are all grade 1 listed.
Because they have all the money, so they were just like, verify it all, right?
Yeah. So we might get a season finale on like this big oval around the Bahrain circuit.
Yeah, the Bahrain racetrack has like a normal F1 racetrack, but around it, there's just one big road that just goes all the way around it. So they were talking about having like an oval race. As the
Dude,
finale.
yes, that'd be sick. I'd actually watch that.
Yeah.
It's not like curved or anything.
It's not like a proper oval, but it's kind of like just high speed, somewhat of a corner, then high speed again, then, like something.
Yeah. It'd be ridiculous. Can you imagine how many like blue flags and overlaps overtakes there would be?
We could actually see the true performance difference of these cars.
Yeah,
just how faster and just how slower these cars are than each other.
A few people putting in the chat about like running things backwards, or Silverstone can do 5 or 6 layouts, stuff like that, and that's the problem. These other tracks, they may have different layouts, but none of them are to the standards necessary to host a Formula One race, apart from the main track. And that's
the FIA has like a grading system for like the safety of the track, and Silverstone only has one layout that's like good enough for F1 cars. You can run slower cars on it.
Backwards just doesn't work either, because all the barriers are set out for you to be going in one direction, and if you start going backwards, you run into issue. Are you leaving us, RDT?
I remember you playing Grid having an absolute fit doing Silverstone in reverse.
Yeah, Chain Bear F1 put out a really good video on why they can't run tracks backwards.
They're not letting you leave, RDT.
Bye.
Alright, see you later, man.
See you, RDT.
Oh, that's probably broke the layout.
Oh yeah, the layout's all broken completely. You two are massive now, and RDT's frozen.
Professional show.
Should we just leave RDT for? I've been having syncing issues with the audio and the video as well, all the way through the podcast.
Yeah,
it's been a nightmare.
Really cool. I like that a lot. It's so fun.
Is it time to start using Discord video?
I don't know whether that's going to be any better though.
No. Like okay. All right. Okay.
Nope.
But yeah. So the F1 track's kind of weird. They were talking about doing like reverse grid races for the races that are on the same track, but all of the little teams were fine with it, and Mercedes was like, no.
So of course, yeah.
So that's kind of bad, but at least it's happening. I want to watch F1 again.
Just terrible. One team says no, all the other teams say yes. Oh yes, Mercedes, yes, we will bow down to you. Yes, that's stupid. I hate it.
It's more Ferrari, realistically.
I don't know what Ferrari said about it. Actually, I thought they were okay with it. Surprisingly,
really?
Yeah, I can't remember, but I know it's only Mercedes that were blocking it. That I've heard.
It's true. Oh yeah, NASCAR. This is your territory, Nos. NASCAR.
Amen.
Oh yeah, have you heard of this, Nos?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yes.
Okay. So with all of the Black Lives Matter stuff happening recently, NASCAR finally decided, after years of like toying with it, they're putting their foot down and they're saying no more Confederate flags at NASCAR events. And people weren't
Then
happy.
what flag am I supposed to fly? I mean, if I can't fly the flag of my people, then what flag am I supposed to fly?
When you said
ridiculous.
people.
Yeah. But yeah,
They
like
just-
that a ton of drama happened. There was there's one funny bit of the story. The rest of it's all tragic. But there's one funny bit where there was one NASCAR truck driver who had a massive Twitter rant about it and said, "Oh, I'm gonna quit the series. I'm never gonna come back. You're gonna feel this. This is outrage and stuff." And it's like one of the worst NASCAR truck drivers ever, and he has never won or anything or done good in anything. And everyone's just like, okay.
And
see you
nobody
later.
watches the
whatever.
truck series anyway.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
nobody's like super insignificant guy having a fit about it. That was pretty funny to watch. But the not funny stuff was that there was like this whole thing where one of the black drivers in NASCAR.
one of. You mean the?
Is it just
You mean
one?
the?
Oh my god.
Yes,
okay.
it's only one.
Okay,
It's only
the one black driver.
I'm pretty
in a-
sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm like 90% sure.
It turned out to be a horrible coincidence. That's the word. But like, there was like a noose found in like his
Team
garage.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, this is horrible" and stuff, you know. And then everybody showed support for the guy. It was really nice. Everyone's voicing support and like, screw the Confederate flag and stuff. It was really good. Just really good moment. And then the FBI like investigates it and stuff, and it turns out that it was like just a rope or something that had been like turned into a noose and then cut and just left there, and it just so happened to be.
It had been there for
His-
years or
I thought
something.
it was like
wasn't
a pull
it?
Yeah.
thing for a garage door.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
used to
That's
pull
what I-
down
Yeah,
the
yeah,
garage door or something like that. So it was,
But like, but then because of that, all of the racist idiots are using it. So it's like, aha, you're all wrong. See, it's fine, lol. It's just like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it wasn't the point, right? Like everyone else has said, it's, you know, they don't care. It's fine. They still support him. They're glad it happened, right, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't
So-
matter that we still support him regardless of if it's not right or not.
Yeah, it's still, you know, a thing.
Um,
So, but like but the point is, if there was like a noose thing in a garage for a year and nobody thinks about it, because you know they're not being assaulted
Wasn't
about this
it
stuff.
Talladega? What
right?
track was it that? It might have been. It,
It
might
was.
have been.
It was Talladega.
Yeah.
Amen. Yes. Roll Tide. All right.
But yeah, it's just like, you know, because no, none of the white guys thought it was a problem because they don't have to deal with this shit, right? That was the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the point.
I'm not scared of nooses. Like my people have never had a noose used against them. You know, that's just
Yeah,
yeah.
we're not afraid of them.
yeah, it was bad.
So,
But at least they're doing something, like
yeah.
it's change in like the most like Alabama-y thing I can think of.
How are they? I want to know how they're gonna enforce not like everyone's still gonna show up with a Confederate flag and their Confederate flag T-shirt and their Confederate flag hat and their Confederate flag chest paint. Like, how are they just gonna kick everybody out? Do they have the resources to kick everybody out?
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know.
It's
I hope
interesting to
they-
know
I
how
hope
they're
they
going to
try.
enforce that. The thing is, it was really funny on Twitter when people were complaining about it, and like the most common reply was just, "You already have the flag of your people in the race because they wave a white flag at for the last lap."
The last lap, yeah.
I like that.
That one was always good.
Yeah. So, moving on from Racing Corner, Speedrun Corner.
Oh, hey, I have.
right.
Hold on. I have a question about flags.
Oh, okay.
For the is the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, is that racist? Have they stolen that and made that racist?
I don't
Can
even know
someone
what it
tell
is.
me? Does anyone know? Because I've
I
looked at the
have no idea what you're talking
Wikipedia
about.
article and it seems vague. I need someone to tell me.
I have no idea what you're talking
Okay, it's someone please tell me. Is the Gadsden flag racist?
While you're googling that, we did also have virtual Le Mans in the time that we were off.
about. Did I not include that?
Oh, yeah. See, there's
Oh
so
my
much
God,
happened
is
this
that?
month.
What
It's
an idiot.
ridiculous.
Yeah, okay.
Special shout out to Agnew for reminding us
Yeah.
that did happen. Thanks, Agnew.
Yeah, I forget the biggest sim race ever happened. Yeah,
I
how
really
can
enjoyed it. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I stayed up and watched quite a lot of it.
I just haven't been getting enthusiastic enough for like the sim versions of these motorsports. I don't know why. I just haven't.
I didn't think I'm like you, bruv, usually. But I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was quite.
Yeah.
It was to a point where it looked really good.
I was just
Like,
going to
all
say
the
they did it
camera
really
shots and
well,
everything were
right? Like
really
the
well.
little
Yeah,
clips
well
that I
done.
saw,
Yeah.
they seem to have
It's-
really high production value.
Yeah, because they can't do the real life 24-hour Le Mans on the exact historic date they can do it. They decided to do a virtual one on the same time. But they went all out. It wasn't just some side event like, oh, we'll do a little token esports thing, you know, oh, it's fine. No, they had all their production crew, all of the interviews, like all of the camera angles, all of the like commentators, everything. They went ham on it.
They actually had the Le Mans commentators that usually do it on
it was like taken
great.
super seriously. Everyone involved was really professional, except maybe Alonso. It was all great, and it was like a really good showing for like, you know, esports or like sim racing or whatever. People were complaining that like the server died a couple times.
There
So they
were
had like
some technical issues.
yeah, they had like a few red flags, but like the fucking real life one had more red flags, right? Like
Yeah.
some crashes. Like
Lando Norris's team were like going for first place. They were in second, and their car, their car disconnected from the server, changed to an AI, and took out 3 or 4 cars, and then they couldn't get back control of the car.
Oh my God.
They couldn't like get, so it just
Yeah.
went to the pits and just stayed in the pits, and they couldn't get back access to the car, so they just had to retire.
Wow.
yeah, that was for those wondering about Alonso, he didn't play too well. And he like crashed out super early because of some things. I can't remember why. It's not all his fault, but it's mostly just like inexperience and not practicing with the sim. But anyway, because he crashed out, and then one of the red flags things happened like several hours in, like a really long way in. And they were just like, oh, I'll just let Alonso back in. Just give him 60 laps. It'll be fine. Let Alonso's team back in. So that was a bit crap. Bit favoritism.
Yeah,
Wasn't there something to do with the
because
pit?
Lando Norris's team did come back in, but like in the late stages of the races, and they didn't add any laps or anything. They were just sort of in the race.
But yeah, the whole thing was really good. I was watching wow, I can't remember his name. Jimmy Broadbent's stream.
Yeah,
How
most
could you
of
not remember that wonderful man's
I
name
don't
that
know.
needs to come on our podcast?
But they had a
Hey, go-
funny
Sorry, on you go.
like they had a really funny technical issue at one point where one of their drivers that was in Jimmy was basically like the team engineer because he had like a bunch of real life drivers and just him, I think. So they're all like asking him advice about the sim and like how many laps they need to do and stuff. So he was like he slept like 2 hours or something. No, half an hour. The whole 24 hours he slept half an hour because he was leading the team. But one of the drivers at some point had a really funny technical issue where his push to talk button was bound to the same button as neutral. So he couldn't talk unless he was in the pits.
Oh,
Really,
God.
really funny.
Oh no!
Like Jimmy was sat there just talking, like, I don't know if you can hear me, but please talk to me. And then when he finally pits, he's like, oh, Jimmy, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Only
the
in
end of-
virtual racing.
Sorry, the end of the race was fantastic as well, wasn't it? Did anybody? No, you didn't watch, bruv. You didn't watch Nos. Josh, did you watch?
I don't think I remember what happened at the end.
The end of the race was great because it was the P2 car was catching the P1 car, and the P1 car was almost out of fuel, and they were thinking that it wasn't going to be able to. They would have to slow the car down to the point that the P2 car overtakes it, but the P1 car managed to save enough fuel on the way around and stayed in first, but it was super tense towards the end.
That's pretty good. That's good. It's good that these sorts of things are getting the attention and some proper production value put into them.
Yeah. But it was a really good showing for like, sim racing and esports and stuff, and everyone who was like skeptical of, real life racers and real life race reviewers that were all skeptical, everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agnew put in the chat, one of the drivers had to swap out his rig.
Oh god, we need to find the gif of that.
Yeah.
Virtual Le Mans
What do you
Simon
mean,
Pagenaud had
what
to
is rigged?
switch sims.
So his
Oh,
sim
hey.
seat and steering wheel that he was driving on failed, and he had a second one set up right next to him, so he had to swap over and get into it.
Oh,
And he
God.
did it like super quick.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. But then you'd have to load up the game again and
you go.
everything. And
No.
Did you just plug it
Watch
in?
the video.
Okay.
Go on, watch this video. It's amazing what he pulls off.
Okay, this is.
Oh, thunder just happened.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh no, it's an engine. Never mind. Thunder and engine. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be too difficult for you to show it, but find a way. It's amazing.
How long is it?
It's 30
35.
seconds.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay.
30
All right.
minutes.
There we go. Do
34
that.
now. What's happening here? Minutes 34
Yeah.
now. What's happening here?
he's practiced it.
Yeah, because he was
beforehand.
having technical issues with his
That's
sim rig,
impressive.
so he was
Pagano
like
looks
he got
like
another one,
minutes
but he wasn't
34
like
now. What's
he
happening
preferred
here?
the other one or something. Yeah, this is him switching sim
Pag-
rig. Look at this.
That's
So he's like
impressive.
as fast as
Pagano looks
possible,
like he's
getting
doing
everything
a
out of the
scene
way,
change. I don't
running
think I've ever
around.
seen this before.
Oh
This
wow,
is
sort
that's
of
I'm wondering if his wheel has
he's
failed.
getting it
He's
all
trying to
plugged
plug it back
in.
and you can see
Yeah.
there he's reattaching the cables.
just throwing the other one out the
During
way.
a
moving
pit
the other
stop.
one.
Moved one off to the right hand side.
And this
I
guy is
don't
like a
know
real
many
life
people
racer.
around
He's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
sim
He
racer.
He races
He
in
took this-
IndyCar.
Straight in the
right?
way.
Yeah. He took this
We'll
super
see if
seriously.
that works. There you go. You can see the wheel calibrating.
It's really cool.
I mean, what's the point
That's
of
pretty-
not taking something like that seriously, though?
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
that's my thing. It's like if you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
RDT
right.
loved it. But...
Speedrun Corner.
Did I write anything?
Yeah, Guinness.
Oh. Yeah, Guinness World Record is bad, and you shouldn't rely on them for anything reliable.
I mean, did you need to say that? I mean,
Do you want me to go into more detail, or are we gonna take too long?
No,
I
we
don't
can
mind.
go for it.
I mean, I've got time.
Okay,
I
so
got 2 hours.
it's kind of speed run adjacent. It's not super speed running, but it's there's oh god, where do I start with this? Okay, there was a guy who set a ton of world records and stuff for high scoring arcade games in like the 80s and onwards. And he claimed like a ton of world records, and like Twin Galaxies verified them, and Guinness World Record verified them, and he was like, the best arcade game or whatever. He had like, I think there's a film about him and stuff.
Yeah, I
can't
remember
remember-
that. I
Why
watched
the
The
that.
king. It's called the King of Kong, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember his name even. I'm
Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell. Yeah. And he was like super best arcade gamer. Well, then years pass, and then like speed running community happens, and we actually learn how these games work and analyze them and stuff. And then we find out that a lot of these world records are all crap, like impossible. The famous one is the Atari Dragster. I don't know if you've heard of this. There was like, it's a drag racing game for the Atari 2600s, I want to say. But basically, it's like a really simple, basic game. You just press like accelerate and go and drive, and you have to shift gears at the right time. I don't know exactly how it works, but he said he had a time, and it stood as the world record for like ever or whatever, and he said he got it in the 80s and stuff. Well, analysis of the code shows that the time he got is physically impossible. like not in a I don't think it was, you couldn't go as fast as that. If you like did it frame perfectly, you could go as fast, I think. But it was like it was like you can get increments of certain amounts, right? Like 16 seconds, like 32 seconds, 48 seconds, something like that.
Mm.
And he got like some amount that doesn't make sense, like 27 seconds, right? Like it isn't possible to get. And then it sort of cascaded from there, and it turned out every single one of his world records was just all a lie. Like he'd used emulators or just cheated it or faked a screenshot or something. But the problem is, because obviously he has films about him and stuff, he's like super deep rooted in all the high scoring community. So it's like pretty hard to like, get all these things taken down and the community to move on and stuff. Oh, it's Todd Rogers. Am I saying the wrong one? They're both cheaters and liars. They're whatever. They're the same person as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, they're like taking it super seriously, and they won't admit it, and they go into their graves with this. But we all thought we'd moved on. It was all proven. Blah blah blah. Guinness World Records took them off and stuff. Well, apparently they like suing or threatening to sue Guinness World Records and stuff like that over this for like their crappy like piece of paper that says they have a record, like super egotistical crap. Basically, what's happened is the Guinness World Records said, "All right, we don't give a crap about this. Here, have the records. We don't want to deal with this. There you go."
So they just reinstated the records that are wrong, basically.
They're bogus anyway,
Yeah.
just to not bother.
Yeah, they're just not bothered. Just there you go. Fine, we don't care about your stupid video game high scores. There you are, right?
It's like, I mean, at this stage, it's the equivalent of fighting over who got their photo up in the diner for eating 50 burgers in an hour. That's the equivalent of how much this matters.
So like,
You know?
but it's so crazy. But whichever it was, Billy or Todd, I don't know. But they put like a video out talking about, "Hey, look, Guinness said I was right. See, you're all full of it. I told you I was right and correct and stuff." You know.
Yeah, I'm pretty
like,
sure
oh my
you were
God.
right. Billy Mitchell is the name that I recognise related to this story.
Yeah.
Bet his 14 subscribers on YouTube were really super happy that he was vindicated.
Yeah. So that's bad, and everyone's just like, "What?" Because this was over with like a year ago.
Yeah, I remember watching the videos about this, and then he had his records taken off him, and they were found to be, fake and stuff. And then there was videos now, and it was like, "Oh, he's got them back again." What?
Yeah. Pretty dumb. So it's clear that Guinness don't actually care about the correctness of their records and stuff. It's not even like they had to do the verification. They're using Speedrun.com and Twin Galaxies as external partners.
Yeah.
And they've just ignored that and just...
I've heard some shady shit about Guinness. The fact that, like, if you want a record verified that hasn't been verified before, that you basically have to pay for someone from Guinness to come and stay in your area, and like you have to pay for all of their costs and verifications and everything. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck off, Guinness. Nobody needs you.
It's just all
I don't think I've ever looked at Guinness World Records for anything for like 20 years since those big books of Guinness World Records were popular.
Yeah, you go to the Scholastic Book Fair and you get a world record book. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Used to get one for Christmas off
Yeah.
your auntie or whatever.
That was
and have a wee look at it. Oh, that's quite interesting. And then it would sit on the shelf
Hold
for
on.
years and years and
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
You're going to get
Oh,
one.
he doesn't have one, does he?
Hold on.
But yeah, we just have to come to terms with like... We had to come to terms with just some kids are going to see these books, like get the gaming edition, right? See these records and they're wrong. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, who cares?
Whatever. Yeah,
Dang, I thought I had one. I know at one point when I was a kid I had one, but I have a Ripley's Believe It or Not book. Does that count?
Oh, Ripley's Believe It or Not. Classic.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't have one. I know at one point I did, but I don't know where it is now.
All right. Speedrun Corner, that was all for Speedrun Corner this time?
Yeah. That's too much other stuff.
Last episode follow-up. What was the deal with last episode?
Mixer.
No one liked it.
Oh my
course
God.
it was.
Oh, wow.
Mixer
Of
was
course
the word.
it was. And now it is no more.
And that's it. We did it.
We jinxed them, obviously. We whatever we say, whatever name we put in the comments it dies. All right, what was the deal with numbers and stuff? How many?
All right, this time the word has to be Guinness. Okay.
Yeah. All right, there we go. We'll say it now. The word is Guinness somewhere in your comment if you got to this point.
Yeah, so 39 comments in total. How many mentioned Mixer?
23.
27.
5.
5.
The winner this week is Adam Bruff. The correct answer is 20. Well done, Bruff.
That's the
Perfect.
first time I haven't won that in a while.
All right, so so Mixer is the word. Mixer, no.
No.
Guinness.
Guinness. Guinness is the word for the next episode. If in the comments on YouTube. Do we have any community questions?
Nope.
No.
All
No
right.
one wanted to tell us
one
about
wa-
Doctor
That's
Disrespect.
I feel like that's the first time ever that we haven't had anything that's like even not a right.
That's shameful. That's shameful that nobody wants to ask us pointless, asinine questions. It's sad.
We should just get rid of all of these final bits. Last episode follow up, community questions, chug of the week. We'll just get rid of it. Just end
Chug
on
of the
Speedrun
week?
Corner. No one cares anymore.
Here, hold on. Actually, you know what? Here,
What?
hold on. Let's go. I'll ask my own question. I'll ask my own question to all of us. Hold on. Hey, I'm calling for the Choking Hazard podcast. Hey, so my question is, the average price of a new car is roughly $37,500. If that was your budget for a daily driver, how would you go about spending it? It's a question for everybody.
That's interesting, actually, because based on discussions that we'd already had earlier, where one person said in the chat that my choice of first car, second car technically, but first car in reality, is hideous. I was eyeing up the Mustang Mach-E as my first car, possibly.
See, I don't feel like I have enough car knowledge to answer that question.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I know.
it was
have
just
no
it
idea.
was the top post on r/cars. So
Oh, okay.
that's where I got it from.
I have
You're
no
straight
idea.
up to your face, and it's all I'm saying. It's good value for money for an electric car. Good amount of features.
I don't want an electric car at all.
It's a shame it has a Mustang badge on it, if I'm honest, but at least it looks okay.
Yeah, is there a Tesla I could get for that kind of money?
There's a shit Tesla you can get for that sort of money.
No, then. Yeah.
Why do you what is it with you people in electric cars?
We live in very different societies, all right?
So I mean,
How much are Range Rovers?
okay, then buy a little diesel car. Then buy a little Audi.
We've only bought little diesels for like 20 years. We're past that.
I would probably, I don't know. I'd want to buy something I could race. Let's be honest. I mean, 37,000 isn't that the?
Well, it's a daily driver though.
Oh, it has to be a daily driver. Okay. Probably buy it.
I could race an electric car. That's what I like about them. Really, is the acceleration.
Yeah.
I like going really fast, really quick for short periods of time.
I'd probably get some sort of, if I'm thinking logically, some sort of like SUV Range Rover type thing.
I honestly have no idea. I don't know anything about it. I watch Doug DeMuro, but I don't pay attention to the numbers.
Well, then your
out loud.
answer should be his Mercedes-Benz E63 wagon, which he just put up for sale on Cars and Bids.
He already sold that.
No, stop mentioning it. We're not
What did,
sponsored.
what did he get now? What did he replace it with? That. I'll get that. There you go.
He bought a Kia Stinger.
Sure, there you go then.
The Kia Stinger's really cool. I agree with his decision. I agree. I would love to have one of those new Corolla hatches with this little 6-speed manual in the little Corolla hatch. Plenty of space in the back for things. You got your nice little sporty hatchback car. I like those. Those are cool.
Now that I'm
I
thinking
don't
about it more, I probably would want to get like some sort of BMW or Mercedes SUV type thing rather than a Range Rover. I've heard Range Rovers are very unreliable and not very good cars.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. And it costs more to fix them than to just buy a new car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what I could buy that would
So-
actually spend the budget. You know, like most things I'd want.
I mentioned the Mach-E, but this isn't a brand that I would endorse in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying this looks like an interesting car. But Opel/Vauxhall announced the Mokka-E.
What the hell is that?
It looks pretty dope. I think
I hate
mean,
SUVs, man. I can't stand SUVs. Like these crossover SUVs, I can't stand them.
aren't they super popular right now though?
Yes, they're the only car people buy. I don't get it.
I think that looks really nice. I think the design's really cool.
I dislike it.
No, I don't like them either. Whatever.
I don't like the way that a lot of cars look, to be honest. I think, like, I'm super.
I mean, for you, you could just get a new Civic manual. Those are cool. You get a Civic Type R, I'm sure, with some shrewd negotiation.
That's
Oh,
true. Yeah.
yeah, I'd probably get some kind of hot hatchback or something. Actually.
Yeah, you
That's
could get
cool.
you get a Focus RS for that money.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'd get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Focus RS is a great car.
You wouldn't be able to keep it very long because petrol cars will be banned very soon. Very soon, in the next 5
No.
years, probably. In
Nah,
the UK,
you'll be fine.
I have to say the Civic that I have now has been a very, very good car. Like excellent
Honda
car.
does it right, man.
Yeah.
My Accord's great.
Yeah, it
What
really
year's your
is.
Civic?
2007.
See, man, it's still going. How many miles or how many kilometers do you have
No,
on
no,
it?
it's
Can we do
miles.
miles as well?
Oh, right.
well,
It just got over 100,000 like last month or so.
Your country is so tiny. How do you only have 100,000 miles on your car? It's so tiny.
Well,
and
yeah, okay. There's not nothing I can do about that, really, is there?
It's just so tiny. It's so like my Accord is a 2013. It has 150,000 miles on it, and it was only daily driven like to a barber shop and back for like 5 years. Like that's what the previous owner did with it. It's like how so tiny.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against getting another Civic, to be honest. A more modern one.
Dude, they're cool.
Yeah.
You get an Accord too.
I can't possibly afford one.
Yeah. Yeah, I have so many
I'm
other
sorry.
things that I'm preferring to spend money on, like things relating to owning a house. That a car impairment is definitely
yeah,
so
in,
far.
in reality, it's going to be house before car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The complete inverse of what I have
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
The complete inverse.
I've got my eye on a flat at the moment. I'm wondering whether I should pull the trigger. It's a heck of a commitment.
To buy, you mean? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
What, you buy flats? That's the thing? I thought you just rented flats.
No, you can buy some.
Of course, you can buy flats.
Yeah.
It's like an apartment. You can buy an apartment.
You can buy apartments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen apartments for sale.
And that's
So,
like,
so what? They spring into existence and people just start paying rent for them.
yeah, someone has
somebody
to own it to rent it
somebody
out.
owns To rent them out.
All right, let's do Choke of the Week.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them all. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
There's one in particular that I'm not going to say anything actually. All right, so are you?
Okay, also, you guys didn't thank me for my question.
Oh, thank you for your question.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
supporting the show.
Actually, a good question.
All right, are we ready with them loaded up?
Uh-huh.
RDT's still on the screen. All right, we're gonna go now.
Okay, we're in the what is this, 811?
Yeah, 811.
Okay, we're
Doing the time trial, Route 68 highway time trial, where it finishes just after the petrol
Oh, in
station.
the gas station? I can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah, explosion.
Yeah, it's very... Yeah, I think they did that on purpose. I
mean, why was that car there? Was the name of the, the name of the video.
I mean, it kinda
Random
spawns
car in the
there.
middle that's never normally there.
It's a speedrun one for Josh.
Is it?
All right.
Speedrun one.
Oh man.
On the last race in this run, there are 2 shortcuts. The laps are counted, but the blah blah blah. Okay.
All right.
All right, this is flat out all bronze stages. There
Ooh.
seems to be no audio. Oh no,
Ooh.
dude! You can do that in flat out. Why have I never played flat out? I feel like I need to play this game.
So he was on for a PB and then choked it, right?
Yes.
Yes, the 2 gold splits in a 30-minute run. Yeah, that was a good run.
Oh, okay. That was.
Dang.
See, that game is lost on me, so I didn't know what it was, how good that was.
Well, the timer is what I'm looking at. But yeah.
All right.
Ooh, okay. Now we're in Wreckfest. We're in second place. Take it up the inside. Smash them a little bit into first.
On the last lap. These are the last
Yep,
few
last
corners
lap.
of the last lap. Going into the last corner.
fast is a... Oh, wow.
That's
Wow, hits the curb, sends him flying. Wow.
that is a monumental crash.
And then dangerously re-enters the track.
Rejoin.
Breakfast.
Yeah. On the 6-lap race, isn't that didn't you say that Hammer that you started at the back and had to win the race?
It's one of the daily challenges. So you always start at the back, and you have to make your way to the front. And then there's 24 competitors in total. It's AI, but that was a very, very difficult race. It took me at least 3 attempts to actually get first on it. And funnily enough, I did exactly the same thing as our Choki. I did exactly the same thing on exactly the same corner, exactly the same car. It wasn't on the last lap, but I think it was on like the second. But by that time, because that race, you're in a very underpowered car for the race, it makes it very difficult to even get to the front.
Phil is gloating in chat that he did it first try.
Phil, I've
good
got
for
faster
him.
time than you on the weekly, so get on it, eh? Try and beat that, eh?
All right, so vote if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, if you're listening and you didn't see any of that, you're gonna have to look at the YouTube footage to be able to watch the footage, and you're
Or
not gonna
don't,
get to vote.
I mean...
I mean, well, yeah, or don't, I suppose, but
I'm not helping, am
no, it doesn't help.
I? I would recommend that you do, though. It's all right. Although then you have to like see us.
I mean,
talk about which one I like. Yeah.
No, you don't want to influence the vote.
No,
of the
Yeah,
we
that's
need
what I'm
to,
saying, is it-
we need to
is it
wait
long
until
enough?
the voting is done. I mean,
Okay.
We've got 49 votes out of 218 people watching, so 50 votes.
see, this is why I say we need to just get rid of the last 3 segments, because nobody leaves comments anymore, nobody asks questions anymore, and nobody cares about the choke of the week. Those who are listening can't watch it. Nobody votes when we have it.
I mean,
Don't
Can we
blame me
fix
for just
them
telling you the
instead of-
facts.
Can we like fix them or combine them or something to make this better? Like if you submit a choke, you get to be on the show to explain the choke and ask us a question. I don't know.
But
now you're like,
and choose the comment for that week.
yeah.
Nobody's brave enough.
Yeah, that's true.
If you win choke of the
Everybody's
week,
scared.
you get to decide the comment. There you go.
Oh, bringing them together.
but the winner of the choke of the week is like never here.
Yeah. I mean, we don't get enough as it is, and then having the requirement to also be here at the right time and talk.
Yeah, that's
It's a
true.
terrible idea. I'm just
Yeah.
yeah.
Podcast is now having the same fate as Mix.
I mean, yeah. We actually, nobody knows this, but we actually paid Josh $40 million to come on.
Exclusively.
I'm just waiting until it gets cancelled.
Yeah.
To the Choking Hazard podcast.
Oh man. All right. How are we doing? How are we moving much on the voting?
We've had 7 more votes. Adam, 7 more votes.
All right. Well, let's just call it. It's long enough.
What's it going to be, boys?
My favorite is choke 3. It was a proper choke, right on the end, last lap, last corner. That's my favorite.
I don't know. I have a lot of sympathy for the second one. Just looking at that timer, seeing those gold splits.
Yeah, that's where I'm
End
at.
of the
I
run.
voted too.
Yeah.
That's where I vote too. Yeah.
That's
30-minute speed run. Yeah.
He's 42 seconds ahead, and his PB's 31:16. Is it 29:21? So this must be the last race. This is the second to last lap of the last race of the run. This is oh, and it's world record pace. Even it would have been sort of almost
Hey.
world record pace. I don't know.
I'm sure it was world record place in his world. Okay.
Maybe number 2 was lost on me a little bit because I didn't really get anything about the game or anything
I'm
like
getting
that.
all this information from the little timer
Yeah,
box on the left
didn't
because
look.
I know how to read it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think.
What was the results? If choke 1 wins, I mean it was a good choke, but
If Choke 1 wins, we cancel this segment.
Yeah, just
In
because it's
first place.
GTA.
In first place, it's Choke 1. No, it's not. It's Choke 3. Choke 3 wins. Well done, Choke 3.
Good job, Chuck 3.
68% of the vote. Unfortunately, missing out on the 69. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can respect it. Good
Yeah,
joke.
so choke number 3 was submitted by Bloody Squirrels. Thank you very much, Bloody Squirrels. Choke number 2, the speedrun one, was Infamous Ryan. And choke number 1 was Ben L. Thank you very much for your submissions. We've
Good
just
job,
had
Ben
one
L.
more
Infamous
vote that
Ryan
makes
speed
choke
run.
3 up to 69%.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good job, Benno. You are horrendous, but at least you got 69.
Who? Ben L. No, that was Bloody Squirrels. Bloody Squirrels is choke number 3.
Oh, I thought you said Benno was choke number 3.
Ben L was choke number 1.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Bloody Squirrels, you are terrible.
Yeah.
Benno, you're almost as bad, but not quite as
I
bad.
mean, they're all really kind of bad. But
Bloody Squirrels, you are useless. But at least you got 69.
nice.
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 All right.
That's
Is that it?
With this bumper episode, because I hope there isn't this much stuff going on in the next month. Bloody hell. So much to talk about.
How long has it been?
1 hour 36 minutes.
Really? Just
It's not.
2 hours 36 minutes. Sorry, I'm at the end of at the end of my day. This is it. I'm
it's,
done.
it's the very end of your day.
Yeah, I was up very early and I'm ready to go to bed. So time to call.
Don't know if you noticed in chat there, Bruff, but John, formerly Goober John, says he's got a boat race coming up in Sweden that he wants to get you to.
I did see that. I mean,
Oh,
I'm up for giving a bit of boating a go, like karting on the sea.
I just realized.
Karting on the sea.
that's
just
literally what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. What he does. He's kind of like on a. Anyway, what? What are you saying, Josh?
I just remembered a thing that I said to one of my viewers I would do if they stayed here the whole thing in chat and talked in chat the whole thing. I'd ask you to pronounce a word because everyone thinks I say it weird.
Okay.
Are they here though? If they're not here, I'm not going to do it.
Is it
We'll
Sweden?
do it anyway.
No. At Missio, if you can hear me, you better be here.
I saw him in chat earlier.
Yes, they had to be the whole thing.
Yeah, it has to be here now, at the end.
Yeah.
I can look at him in the viewer list. I mean, I don't know whether he's subscribed or not. But
Well, now you've.
no, he's
They
not.
were here
He's
10
not
minutes
here. He's not here, according to the
Go
viewer
on,
list.
ask us anyway.
Okay, I'll ask you anyway. Out of the kindness of my heart.
Okay.
When I'm doing San Andreas missions, one of the missions is called a word, and I apparently say the word weird.
Are you gonna type the word for us?
I will
Yeah.
type the word in. I'm not going to say it. How do you say that word?
Lure.
Lure, yeah.
Lure.
Lure. Isn't that like super American? Like lure.
Is it? Is it
I
not?
say lure.
Yeah, I say lure.
Maybe I am saying it the American way. Lure.
How am I not saying
I know,
it the
yeah.
American way?
Like the way that you say it, I'm thinking that sounds very American when you say lure.
Yeah, man, I'll get fish raw, get my lure, and now I'm gonna go down to the crate.
Like
Yeah.
like Lurpak butter.
Yeah, I
always- Sorry to completely derail it, but there you go.
intriguing.
Your curiosity is satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that'll end it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next month.
I'm leaving. I gotta go to work.
Oh, and watch the game night. If you missed out on the game night, that will be going up on the YouTube channel as well. We played Formula D. It was a right old good time.
Yeah.
Tables were
Fun time.
flipped.
Good RNG. Lots of good RNG.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nos was incredibly jammy. So yeah, check that out on the YouTube channel if you're not subscribed to that. All right, thank you guys for listening or watching, and see you guys. Do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
See you all later,
Goodbye,
guys. Bye bye.